Hey guys, this is Gaijin Hunter, and you're listening to the Third Fleet Podcast, and this is episode 36, I believe. Today we have a special guest who I'm a big fan of. Some of you may or may not know. He's a Twitch streamer from the Philippines, YouTube video creator, sports a sexy voice but even sexier bowgun builds for you to destroy monsters with. If you identify as a gun sexual, then this is the man for you. Angbata11, welcome to the Third Fleet Podcast.
Thank you for that introduction, Gaijin, and thank you. You're saying that you're a fan. That's amazing. That's amazing because right now, this is my second time being in a podcast. First time I became in a podcast was in Femero's podcast, another bow gunner, and I was starstruck, and now I'm starstruck again. So I don't know if you guys really noticed that, but yeah.
No, you are too kind. I'm always fanboying during all of our podcasts with everybody who's on, and of course we're joined with the wonderful host, Rurikhan, our technical director. Without him, nothing would actually ever get off the
Technical director. Speaking of technical, let me tell you guys, most likely you will be getting the old school Gaijin animation because today we are in Japanese servers and I don't know, the Discord, whatchamacallit, the middleware that Discord has to do the animated avatars just it's not working properly. So I'm looking at Gaijin's avatar react like 5 minutes after he's spoken, so that's not going to work. So we're going to go old school with this one, boys and girls. But and also, there's probably going to be a lot of talking over each other, particularly in my case, because I'm like, in the European servers, they're both in the Japanese servers. It's going to be a little bit hard, but other than that, it's hopefully going to be a good show, as you guys usually enjoy.
Yeah. So, well, I've got a bunch of topics I would love to talk and finally pick your brain over. I've been able to catch some of your streams, but I have a very hard time watching people stream just because I'm a full-time single father, so I'm quite busy, and my schedule is impossible to lock down. But I love the idea that you are like the polar opposite of Rurikhan when it comes to how you engage with Monster Hunter, because he loves his shields. He plays his melee weapons, his gun lance. He focuses on utility and comfort and free play, where you are most well known, I think, for bowguns and embracing in the best way the cheese, and like, okay, here are some great, incredibly broken and cheesy builds for people to destroy monsters in like a split second. And it's just so funny because I don't even know if Rurikhan has even touched the bowguns, or is Apple autocorrect likes to call them blowguns for some reason.
Blowguns.
Every time I tweet about bowguns, I have to delete the tweet because it autocorrects it to blowgun.
It's like what I've touched on bowguns. One of my favorite things in World was basically Wyvern Heart. So I was always trying to just get like a build that just let me Wyvern Heart more. I just want to go like I'm like Rambo. That's the only thing I like about bowguns. I like the what are the little mine explosive things called? I played with those a little bit.
Oh, mines and light bowgun, you mean?
Yeah, light bowgun.
The special mines. Yeah.
I played with that a little bit, and I played a lot of light bowgun during Call of Roth farming because it's almost like you play light bowgun and it's almost like you're AFK. You're just like ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
That's what I would do to endure it, because I farmed Call of Roth so much that I basically was like, I need to learn light bowgun so that I can AFK these fights and not even worry about it.
I guess
Gaijin was mentioning that we're like polar opposites, but technically no. Gaijin did mention something about shields there. I was going into shield builds early, spread shield builds, a pierce shield build. So I really like my utility. I like my comfort. And like you said, I embrace the cheese. So I like everything the easy way. And as Rurikhan said, he wanted to learn light bowgun on Cove because he has to endure like countless hours of getting cold, but you're going to get wrecked by RNG because you won't get the weapons that you want. So I pretty much centered all the builds for that, so that those grindings would become chill grinds, where you can just go AFK and just talk to your mate on Discord. Yeah. I ran out of ammo. Do you have spare ammo? Spare ammo in the next hunt. Okay, spare ammo. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna drop these mines. Okay, next area. Okay, we won't fail. And you're gonna be toxic to your other teammate. Yeah, you're gonna go like toxic to your teammate and go say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you not doing light bowgun? You know we're gonna do this for like 10 more times, are you? You happy? Are you happy with that time? You happy with that time?
Oh, look at him! He's sharpening his weapon. How cute!
Yeah, exactly. So
what's the DPS on sharpen? Oh, 0. Okay.
Yeah. What are you doing? Why are you stopping pressing R2 there? Press R2. Press.
I have a friend of mine that only plays Charge Blade. Mm-hmm. He did not have the best of times during Coulter's, like running around with his Charge Blade, and we're all like, bah, 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 bah. Like nobody cares.
Charge Blade players and Coulter, yeah.
Can you imagine if Kul'Taroth had the same like finicky, like super precise hit zones as it has in Monster Hunter Rise, and you had to do that against Kul'Taroth? That would be hell.
Yeah.
You'd be doing ultras and be like, I was 1 centimeter off the tail and I did no damage.
Oh, the SAED, yeah, the SAED got murdered there in Rise. I swear, I thought I was doing good with Charge Blade as as Iceborn was ending. Then when I went to Rise, I may try Charge Blade here. I may try Charge Blade. Then I tried Charge Blade on the demo. Crap, the SAED was like, what? Oh, why? It's hard. It's hard.
My biggest complaint with the Charge Blade wasn't even the SAD. I've seen a lot of people complain about the hit zone. I guess it's not that good either. But it's like, it was just the time it takes to do things. It's basically like you need to get the, what's it called? The quick switch, the quick morph or whatever. It's like if you don't have quick morph to do anything with Charge Blade, is insane in Rise. Yeah. But yeah, if you get that and you get like maybe 1 or 2 evade extender, then Charge Blade starts feeling good again, with the exception, obviously, of the SAD. That just doesn't feel good, which, yeah.
For the people watching the podcast and you see my head nod a lot of times, I'm trying to make a connection through a melee player, but the thing is, I don't really know anything about what he said. I just get doing that. Yeah.
You know that when I started like doing a lot of world streaming, when World came out, we forbade cluster bombs in my streams. Like, this is a cluster-free zone because we had so many melee players. You just see like everybody getting thrown around,
flying.
Because we'd get like a down on the monster, and everybody's getting ready to go in comes that heavy bowgun player, and everybody just gets sent.
And then when you complain, they're like, "It's okay, I'm doing more than enough damage than you guys would have done anyway, so don't worry about it."
Exactly. And now I get what you said. We're polar opposites. He forbid people from using clusters. And I'm like doing in my build videos, like, if people actually kick you from the lobby, from their investigations, tell them, dude, your 1 cluster deals more than 1 of their hits. Dude, tell them that. What the hell? They need you. You don't need them. They need you to finish it fast, you know? Yeah.
I mean, if you then go back to stuff like Extremoth, I'm like, yes, bring more people with clusters and things that deal tons and tons of damage.
You get in a room with bowgunners and you're like, yes, like you hit the lottery. It's almost like having like a heavy bowgunner, you're like, yes, or a light bowgunner, you're like, yes, we're gonna be status ailment. It's gonna be great. He's come out.
In the Extremoth hunts, I'd be like sword and shield, wide range, and just like spam. So it's like, hey, don't even worry about getting hit, okay? Don't even worry about healing. Just keep shooting. You're good.
I mean, don't forget about the gunners that are just starting, you know? You might be psyched there that someone will just go into your lobby using a heavy bowgun, then suddenly, less than 1 minute into a fight, he dies. So, yeah, there are some bad ones. There are some bad ones.
They're shooting off the spread from across the arena, and you're like, you're not hitting anything, dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Hey, nice 1-1 damage there, buddy.
Oh, nice. He's putting stickies on the legs. Nice. There must be a strategy for that. Let me see what he's running. Oh. He's running quick sharpen. Nice.
I'm actually curious, like, so were you into the sticky cheese during Iceborn? Like, was that something that you were really into? Because that, to me, I felt like that one was even maybe a little bit too much, even if you're kind of into it. Because you can just straight up shut down a monster and it can't do anything for the entirety of the hunt.
Oh, in Iceborn, I was into more of the spread cheese. You know, when you just go, you tenderize, and then you do spreads. The stickies thing are more of like, it's good to market it. It's funny. The monster's just there. It's easy to market. You just go with a build video. This is strong. You know, the problem with build videos, they say that this build is really strong. But the thing is, can you exactly use it as such, as shown in the build video? Most of the time, they can't. Like,
Yeah.
you know the meta
Yeah.
skills, and then they rush through the fight, and then what the hell? Where the hell is my damage? The monster is doing a move that's not seen in the video.
Yeah.
But when it's stickies, just like 2 sticky threes, it drops, and then that guy's
It clicks,
That
yeah.
guy's saying, that guy's being truthful. Then there. That's why I really ventured into the cheese mechanics and everything. And this,
Yeah, I definitely want
Yeah.
to talk to you about your videos and why I love them so much and your approach to the cheese because it's super unique and I love it. But I
So-
guess we'll have to start from the roots, right? Because I know Rurikhan likes to start this way as well. But
Just
okay,
just
interrupt me
one
if
more
you want to
thing.
go.
Just one more thing before we finish. I should mention I also did do one of the heavy bowguns cheese builds, specifically the one to farm Velkhana. I called it the clutch cannon. I don't know if everybody called it that or not, but the clutch cannon it was a lot of fun. It was broken as hell, but it was so much fun for Velkhana. You haven't heard of this, Gaijin? The one where you go like wyvern snipe.
Maybe it's
and
just
stack-
maybe it's just terminology.
You just stack all the attack in the world that you can. Then you put a wyvern snipe heavy bowgun. You put rock steady mantle and temporal mantle, and you just clutch Velkhana's face and boom, and clutch Velkhana's face again, and boom. It's like the first hit does like 500 damage. The second hit, because it's tenderized, it'll be like 800, and then you're just like doing 800 damage every single shot. And it's
well,
ridiculous.
I didn't even have the Rocksteady mantle. I think until Fatalis. That's when I finally decided to go get it, and I still didn't use it because I didn't know it. And then I discovered it when I was messing around with the guiding lands. I'm like, okay, now this is nice.
But the advantage of that is that Velkhana didn't even have like any defensive stuff. If you clutched onto her head, she had like maybe 1 or 2 moves that would knock you off, and she would rarely ever use them. So you could just like clutch her head
Wait,
repeatedly and nothing.
I'm getting a phone call from AT Velkhana saying, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Oh no, you can't do that on AT Velkhana.
No, it's not gonna work.
I can remember when AT Velkhana was released. I was doing it on stream, and I was telling the people, I'm gonna use temporal. Look at this. And then when Velkhana ran, the temporal just like ping, 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 ping. The temporal was off. I was like, what the hell happened here?
A bug, and then you do it again. You're like, it's not a bug. It's a feature. What? She burns
exactly.
it.
It's like Capcom just said, oh, we're watching you guys. We're watching you. These temporal people, we're watching you. Okay.
We're watching you
Let's
guys.
get rid of the cheese.
Yeah. Oh, Rise? Where's the temporal mantle?
Yeah.
But then they went ahead and made the game just as easy.
Yeah, you get wire bugs.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. Yeah.
We'll get into that later. But I figure a good place to start as any is I would love to hear how you started with Monster Hunter, where you found it. Did you like it when you first played it? What game was it? Like, let us know where you're coming from, because we're both the same. We're both Monster Hunter Third Fleeters, Tri-G. Played it, hated it, fell in love with it. Weird relationship.
Yeah. That's exactly one of the things that made me rethink why I said yes to the podcast, because you guys are like the veteran hunters, right? Like you have all these things to talk about with. I mean, you guys played a lot of Monster Hunter games. How many Monster Hunter games have you played, Gaijin and Ruri? How many?
That's a good question.
10?
Everything that came after everything that came after Try and Freedom Unite. I've played everything that came after Try.
Are we
and Freedom
counting
Unite.
like base and upgrades? Is that considered one game or 2 games? Like Monster Hunter 4, Monster Hunter 4G. Would that be considered?
I'm nodding my head again. When you
Let's-
say
okay,
something that's
would you
all
like
alien
Monster
to me, I'm
Hunter
like,
and
ooh.
Iceborn? Would that be 2 games or 1 game to you?
I think that'd be one game.
Monster Hunter, yeah.
That would be World. So like 4
like
and
base
4U.
and expansion, yeah.
That's 1 game, right, for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so
3, 4 generations.
See how long they're taking.
Rise.
Like counting, yeah.
6. It's 6 for me, I think.
See? 6.
and we're only talking mainline games, right? We're not talking
Exactly, yeah.
Feline Village Deluxe and
Yeah, mainline
the best game ever made by From Software. Feline Village Deluxe.
Why
Just
you
running
gotta
around
be
as a cat.
He doesn't know, Gaijin. He doesn't know.
Yeah,
so
see, I doesn't know. I don't know. I don't
no,
know.
it's okay because almost no one knows this. But there was a
nobody
very,
knows.
very adorable game called Monster Hunter. What am I calling it? Feline Village, and then Feline Village Deluxe or 3DS. I don't know if they ever localized them. I think they did the first one maybe, but it's like a cute, really cute Animal Crossing like game where you play as a cat, and it's just you in the feline village. They have like poogie races. You can like race on poogies, and you go off on hunting. It almost looks like Patapon. I don't know if you've ever seen that game on like PSP.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it on PSP. It's like a
yeah, it's sort of like that,
right?
where like the cats are all marching and you choose what to do, and it's very cartoony. It's the most adorable game, and it was made by From Software.
Imagine the marketing. Imagine the marketing of that game today. It's like they would just go from the people who brought you Dark Souls, Feline Deluxe,
and they're all like. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so adorable. Yes. I like when they're running down like a map and they find like an item in the ground. They dig, they go beep beep beep, and it says culture shock. Like they're finding it's so funny. But anyway, I think 6 or 7 for me.
Yeah, I think it's 6.
7.
Yeah.
See, that's a lot. Me, it's just 1. So that's gonna be. Two actually. That's going to be World and Rise. Now, a lot of people did see me play MHDU, but the thing is, I got my ass carried there, like full on carried there. I'm just there, carrying this illusion that I'm dealing damage because in MHDU you can do siege cannon, right, with the HBG. So I'm like there. Oh, I like this game because it doesn't tell you how much damage I'm dealing, but I feel like I'm dealing good damage because I'm crouching and I'm like boom, 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 boom. Then suddenly someone in the chat from the stream is saying, "Don't use normal, use Pierce," and I'm like. Doesn't matter. It's the same. It's dying because I'm with like 2 HR 999s or something. You know, that illusion, but it doesn't mean anything. It's dying. And if ever you do get into my VODs, like on Twitch, when I tried MHGU, because my Twitch chat actually told me to go through the first quest alone. There's a moment there. I didn't know this. You can actually poison yourself in MHGU. You can do that. Why would you do that? What's
actually, there's a few different ways. There's a few different reasons, right? Like I've seen people use poison as a way for the people who do like heroic runs. You know, like when they'll do like small barrel bombs and poison as a way to like perfectly line up so they get the heroics. There's all sorts of weird stuff. Like there's a hunter art that gives you the frenzy, which is like a negative skill from the Gore Magala. Yeah, but it works if you're using
Gore Magala weapons.
You can give yourself like affinity boosts and stuff. So like, there's really weird ways that you would want to do that.
Chaotic Gore Magala weapons the gun lance at least comes with like negative 45% affinity, but if you get the Gore Magala debuff, then it's like positive. I don't know if it was 30 or 45% positive affinity. So you giving yourself debuffs in a lot of situations was actually good. Think of it the same way as like you have in Rise, those builds that you would do like the stuff that gives you the what's his name? Magnamalo, yeah. For some reason, it was going like Magtheridon for me. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, you get the blight for yourself, and then you do Crisis, and that increases your attack by like 20. You get the blight, and you get the 20 plus attack. So you could do stuff like that in GU as well.
Yeah, it's a weird game. Yeah,
that's a lot of big brain setups. So, well, anyway, going back. So, a lot of people know me for bowguns, right? But I didn't start with bowguns. I actually started with Switch X because I like this anime called God Eater. I don't know if Rurikhan fancies anime. Do you watch anime, Rudy?
Yes.
I think Gaijin watches anime.
I watch anime, but God Eater, I'm more into.
You don't watch anime. Wait, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at.
Have I ever revealed this on the podcast? I don't think I have. So I'm gonna.
You're in Japan. Why?
So I will give you sacrilege. I always give everybody in the comments a reason to hate on me. So here it is. I live in Japan for 19 years. I love Japan. Love Japanese. I can speak it and write it and all that good stuff. I regularly don't watch anime. I've never seen Dragon Ball, Bleach, Naruto. I don't even understand them. The only mangas I own are still just Ranma, Urusei Yatsura, and that's it. And those are back from my childhood in America. So I don't eat sushi. I don't like seafood. And here I am in Japan. So
sushi is so good,
so most anime stuff goes straight over my head because there's only a few handful of animes I've ever watched, but I know of the names because they're everywhere, obviously. But God Eater is also a video game, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't really watch the God Eater anime, but I've played a bit of the God Eater games. that I've played. One of the things that I love about God Eater, by the way, is the way that they titled their video game. It's like God Eater 2 Rage Burst, and I'm just like, yeah, it's such a badass name, Rage Burst.
It's like you have these ideas in your head that, oh, I'm gonna do some wicked shit here, man. I'm gonna do some wicked shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I actually watched the anime first. I didn't know that it was a game. So as I was watching the God Eater anime there, then some of my friends just said, hey, Ang. Of course, my name's not Ang that time. So they just, hey, Ang, just try this Monster Hunter beta thing. Then I saw that weapon, which is a switch axe, and I was like, the switch axe has that move where you morph into the sword, then you morph back into the axe. Yeah. I was like an idiot. I was at the corner and it's like, look at me, I'm a fucking God Eater. I'm a God Eater. It's like switch. And then they said, since my friend is like a veteran hunter, he was like, the hell are you doing? The monster's here. We were gonna face the Great Jagras that time, yeah.
Gaijin, I don't know if you're aware, but like in God Eater, the weapons morph and they go from being like a weapon to being a gun. And actually, I think you can have like 2 weapons and a gun or something like that. So you use the melee and then you swap into gun mode and you can shoot stuff at the monster. And there's like a bar that goes down when you shoot, and then you swap back to melee again. But it's very much Monster Hunter inspired, that game, like straight up.
I did not ever think about that, but as a new 15th weapon, that would be a great idea. Now that they've merged Blade Master and Gunner armors together, if you could swap between Gunner and Blade Master modes, that'd be sweet.
You'll have true spare shot, and then the sharpness procs at the same time. Oh, no problem with sharpness, no problem with bullets. But yeah, you can even go to the depths of my channel. I even have that one cringy video there about Greatsword. I tried Greatsword. Yes, I tried Greatsword, and I was there gonna kill a Great Jagras, and I was voicing it out like, I know my friend told me this, this Greatsword deals a hell of a lot of damage. Look at me. And I was missing my TCS all over. Then when my TCS hit, I was like, oh, the Great Jagras has fallen. Then I named the video Great Sword Speedrun, Great Jagras. It's still there. That was like my first clickbait. I was like, should I put an anime girl here? Yes, no. I probably just let it lie low. Maybe let it reach like a 1K views first. And it did reach 10 views. And I was so happy. I told my friend about it. Reached 10 views. Yeah. Oh, so one of those views is you? Okay. 9 views from strangers. That's good.
Hey, a view's a view. Or you end up watching your own video on playback. I'm like, oh shit, I just buffed up my views.
Yeah. So I started like that before I actually tried Longsword 2. There's even a cringy video there named Longsword Sexual. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. You'd be like, what? Why would you do that? But after that, then I tried guns. The reason why I tried guns when Monster Hunter World was out in the beta is because I was playing a lot of FPS games. When you're playing FPS games on console, when you're using controller, you got to take care of your aim, right? I don't know if you guys played FPS, but if you play these third-person games, like Dark Souls, you're gonna mess with your aim, and I don't want it to mess with my aim, and that's why I forced myself into guns. And then gun sexual happened there. So
I was gonna ask, what was the inspiration behind the term gun sexual? I always thought that was really funny.
Oh, the anecdote behind that is, as I was making the YouTube channel, I was there sitting with my friend. I was asking him, how can we get a lot of views? And we were brainstorming, how can we get a lot of views?
We need a hook.
These things.
We
need a hook. We need a niche. I was like one of those people that go into YouTube and search how to get views 2017.
Okay. Show your boobies. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I don't have boobies.
Yeah. Well, I don't have boobies. I can't be I have a really deep voice. I can't pretend that I'm a female. No, I can't. And then my friend went on like, how about he just coined it, gun sexual. Then in my head, but how would we enforce it? Oh, let's put anime girls there on the thumbnail. Yeah, and when I search anime girls, of course, it shouldn't be like, an anime girl with bikinis, right? It doesn't make sense. You're gonna go gun sexual,
right?
Yeah, then anime, they have to have guns. Then when I search like anime girls with guns, then suddenly the game, what's that game? That game, there's a mobile gacha game in Japan.
God, I know what you're talking about too, and I don't even remember
that. Should I even like search that. It's at the tip of my tongue. Girls, gun
Is it
girls.
Azure Lane? No.
No, not Azure Lane. Even before Azure Lane.
Because it's like, I know that Kanta's really into that stuff, and I see him like playing Azure Lane all the time. So I was like, could it be that?
Is it Gun Girls?
Girls Front Line. There we go. Girls Front Line. Now, a lot of people have been a lot of people have been asking me, where do you get these girls in your thumbnails? The thumbnail made me click. They don't even know about Monster Hunter World. So I was like, oh, maybe I hit the jackpot here.
The thumbnail made me click.
Yeah. And Ruri, my validation for the viableness of that thumbnail is because that video that I posted is about fighting a Nergigante. When the beta was out, world beta was out, Nergigante, it was a 16-minute kill of Nergigante. Okay, and 14 minutes of that video, in Wildspire Waste, when there's like this rock, because Nergigante goes into this area wherein there's like where there's water in Wildspire Waste, that area, and there's like this big rock. So 14 minutes of that video is just Nergigante, me, and the rock at the middle, and me going in circles. And I'm using all these ammo types. Like, I don't know. Sometimes it's like light gray. Sometimes it's white, and sometimes it turns yellow, the damage. But I don't know. All I know is I'm not getting hit, and it's getting damage. That's the whole thing. And I posted that thing on Reddit, and it reaches like... And it reached like 1,000 views. And I was there going to my friend, Gunsexual works, man. Gunsexual works. And you know what? We're lucky because I can just search Girls Front Line and we have a whole gallery of girls to put
I'm
there.
I'm good for the next year, I'm good.
Yeah. That's how it started. Yeah. So then it just piled there. Then the sticky cheese happened and it's like, ooh, it just went up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it happened.
The cheese, sticky cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if people know this, but your channel, at least to me, especially with Monster Hunter content, which started with, I believe, with World, right? Because you started with World beta and then the full game. Are you playing on PC or on console primarily, or both?
I played both. I played on console first, on PS4. Then I had to move to PC because you can't really compete with speedruns if you're not on PC. You can't. You just can't. So it's like the hardware is there, the resets are going to be faster, and everything. With guns as well. The damage is, the frame rate is a thing for the damage. So it's basically both. Even in Rise, if ever Rise gets a PC release, I'm bound to get it if the people I'm with are going to do speedruns and stuff.
Yeah. I think they haven't given a concrete date for that, but they said next year. So I'm assuming March, April, or something like that.
They said early next year, so
yeah. So maybe early March, maybe like the whole 1 year contract thing or something. Like 1 year exclusive.
The things that you do with your daughter are insane, though, Gaijin. The one that you did the. Do we call that the final boss? The All Mother. Yes, doing the All Mother.
It's like we're past the spoiler sections of Rise at this point.
Yeah.
The All Mother. We've done lots of fun All Mother challenges.
Yeah. I hate that fight. And you guys endured that fight, and even you went naked on that fight. I was like, ugh.
And then we did what? Did you see the one I did it naked with brightness turned to 0?
No, but I did see the one that you guys were playing it split. Like the other one
has
the other Joy-Con, the other one has the other Joy-Con, and I'm like, see, I saw them play it naked. Then suddenly, when I saw them playing it with split Joy-Cons, I don't get what's going on through his head. Okay, I'll come back.
That was so hard. But no, I have a video where we turned the brightness down to 0, and it basically makes it so that when you're fighting Ibushi, it's like those attraction rides where you're in the space coaster and everything's black and it feels like you're floating in space. You can't see the floor. And they glow neon, right? They glow neon because of their bodies, so you could see them. And you're moving around in a void, and you have to fight them. So we did the entire, and it actually made us sick. You can't do it for a long time. It's bad for your eyes. But we managed. We did that. I think I want to say we did that naked, with no armor. And we couldn't see most of the arena.
Blind and naked.
Because we tried blindfolded, and blindfolded didn't work. That was way too hard, but that was fun.
How did you get This is actually me asking a question for you. How did you get the push to do that? Because hell, if I'm doing that for the first time, then suddenly I see how hard it is. I'll be like, what am I doing? What is this?
Okay,
Where did you
so-
get the push? Like,
So me and Yuna both really, really like that fight. We find it
Ooh.
just really fun. So we're not speedrunners by any means, but we started getting really good, and we're like, okay, we got like a sub 6 minute time on it. I'm like, we're really good at this fight. And then for her, we got to 99 kills on it, just doing it for fun, trying out different weapons, and it's just funny because no matter which of the 14 weapons I picked, we always end up getting like the exact same clear time almost every time. I'm like, okay, we've got this hunt down. And then
I see.
Yuna said, okay, for my 100th one, I want this to be special. So she's like, let's do it without any armor on. I said, are you crazy? I was like, okay, fine, if you want to do it. I didn't know she would be into that kind of stuff, so okay. She loves Final Boss, let's do it. So we did it, and like the first time I thought, okay, she's gonna see how hard it is and it's gonna be over. And we almost beat it on the first try, and we're like, okay, we can do this. Okay, great. So we did that, and we beat it naked on the first one. We did the same thing with Narwa, the regular one, because she enjoyed that one a lot. And then we started getting up to like like the 200s, 300. Like every day we just play and do like 5 All Mothers just for fun. So right now we're doing a thing where we do All Mother probably 3 or 4 times a day, just to see who gets the gem, because we're having a competition to see who she loves more, me or her. And so we try to see who gets the most gems. And I think she's somewhere around 130. I'm at like 121, but I have much less hunts than she does. So my rate is actually much higher. She's got over 100 Ibushi. I don't have 100 yet. So it's kind of funny. And then, yeah, I don't know. We just really enjoy the hunt. It's just fun because we could just screw around because we know everything so well. We like it when shenanigans happen and just messing around and goofing around. And then it just became a thing where we're like, we got to find a new challenge to make this harder. Because we're hoping that they're going to bring out like a super version of the hunt eventually. That'll be harder. And then, so she came up with the idea. She's like, let me try it blindfolded. I'm like, what? So we blindfolded her and we tried it and we figured out, okay, this is
that's not going to work.
Yeah, that's not going to work, flat out. Even if I'm screaming at her where she is or what to do, that's not going to work.
I know how that's going to work, Gaijin. Send a letter to Capcom and tell them to make the clusters not capped, okay? Just make them so we can bring a lot of bomb berries and shit. And there, we do that. Yeah. That's going to work.
Then I don't know why, but I said, wait a second, they glow in the dark. And I was remembering that cutscene with Namiel from Monster Hunter World. I was like, oh man, maybe we can recreate that feel where it's like the glowing lights and shit, like it's a rave. And so I turned down the brightness all the way, and I couldn't even find my way to the counter to Minoto. I'm like, where the hell am I? And I got there, and then we went into the Ibushi hunt, and it was so trippy. I was just like, oh, we got to try this. And she's like, we're not doing that with armor on. You're like, come on, man up. She pretty much told me. So I was like, okay. She's savage. So she's like, we're doing this naked, or we're not doing it. So I was like, okay. So we did it naked. We did it a first try, I think. We got it. And then we're like, never again, because we had to take a break because our eyes were hurting so bad. From just because we didn't cheat, we didn't like pump up the brightness on our monitors or anything.
Okay,
we did it legit. And then we said we were looking for new ideas, and I asked people on Twitter, and a bunch of people were saying, "Oh, you should try like 2 controllers or in one hunter or whatever." I'm like, well, that's stupid because you'd just be doing double the inputs and fighting each other for control, like Twitch plays or something. Yeah. And then someone's like, you should try like she does one half of the control and you do the other half. I'm thinking to myself, wait, I would have to be inside her head. She would have to move and know what I want to do. It's like, I've seen her play enough times. I know how she approaches this monster with greatsword. Okay, let's try it out. So I asked we got the cameras all set up, and I was kneeling on the ground and it hurt so bad. And I was in control of attack, and I didn't realize how complicated it was because in order to go to a high potion or a mega potion, she has to hold L. I have to click over, then I've got to use it, then she's got to click back, and she's controlling the movement at the same time. Everything is a 2-person process. It was very hard to do. But we ended up doing that. That was a fun challenge.
There was a video game that they did that was essentially that. It was called, I think, Brothers. And that video game is basically that. Like, you would share an Xbox controller, and one player would control half. and that would control one character. The other player would control the other half, and that would control another character. There was a concept about that, and I'm telling you, if Yuna ever gets into Dark Souls, she's going to be the kind of player that's going to go like, new game +7, soul level 1, let's go. It's like, Jesus.
Well, her thing is I think she was inspired by other creators in the West specifically, where like you have like Team Darkside are legends, right? When it comes to coming up with just crazy stuff, and she loves their videos. She doesn't understand English yet. We're working on it.
Oh.
So she doesn't understand the English, so we speak in Japanese. And I'm trying to get her to learn English. It's just tough because outside of my house, there's no other places to get exposed to English. So it's like, what's the need? So, and she's 12. She doesn't want to be worrying about language. You kidding me? So, she's like, then there's like, someone who killed like 1,000 of this monster or whatever. And she's like, they're legends. She's like, I want to be a legend. She's like, I'm going to carve out something that people... Yeah, she wants to carve out something where people say like, oh, that monster, that girl Yuta, man, she just... You can't... so she's like, Narwa's my girl. So she went absolutely nuts. So she's hoping for a super Narwa, super Bushi, super All-Mother, so she could do some crazy challenges. And she wants to be known as like the legend when it comes to that monster. So I was like, okay. She's a monster. She's a little monster. She just started playing Monster Hunter this year. I mean, she started late January with the Rise demo, and then World Iceborn, now Rise, and now she's playing Double Cross or Generations Ultimate. That we've already beaten G rank. So
that is very much like one of those speedrunner mentality things that she's got going there, where how speedrunners, like, they'll pick their game. They'll be like, oh, there's not a lot of people that play this game, so I'm going to like be the best I can possibly be at this one game, and I'm going to speedrun the crap out of it. And she's like, not a lot of people are killing this all-mother monster, so this is my monster. I'm going to claim it, and I'm going to do all the challenges. It's like, it's an interesting thing. But yeah, I think that is very
she
much
could draw it.
mentality.
She could draw it really well without looking at reference or at all. It's just like, yep, that's her. So we're going to have lots of fun playing. We buy the Monster Hunter plushies. So we have the plushies for Narwa and Ibushi come in like November. So we're going to have lots of fun playing with those and like throwing it at each other and pretending to eat each other and shit like that. It's going to be fun. But
regarding the speedrun mentality there, that's good. That's good that Yuna likes that, the creative stuff of running and all. But I'm going to tell you this, speedrunning is not fun. It's not fun. This is probably the things that the people don't see, like, fine. It's like Valstrax gets killed under 2 minutes. Then, they're using guns. I'm going to be explaining here the things behind the scenes of those tries. It's really unhealthy. It's really unhealthy. Now, a lot of people are going to say, yeah, that's bow guns. That's bow guns. Fine. I get it. Bow guns can do things simpler, faster. But the thing is, since you do things simpler and faster, people demand a crazier time. Right? Like, for example, for Gunlance, I know Gunlance has been crapped a lot.
10 minutes is pretty good.
They always crap on it. yeah, because they crap on it. I don't know what Capcom has with Gunlance. I mean, it's fun, but I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they do that. They'd always say that on my stream, that it's okay. At least it's not crapped on like Gunlance. It's okay.
Exactly.
I see. I feel you. But anyway, going to that speedrunner thing that's unhealthy, we grind for these runs like countless times. Like, for example, we'll start at 9 p.m., then we'll end at 9 a.m. But that's just the first day. And then it depends on your teammates. That you might have a try-hard teammate that would go and be emotional and stuff, and like, you're gonna post this run. You just like the $5 video, don't you? Just like the $5 video. I'm not gonna run with you anymore. He's gonna go like that. I'm not gonna run with you anymore. But I'm like, I need my $5 video. That's my edge. That's my edge. And these content creators, man, we gotta shell it out. Before the bigger content creators make content out of this stuff. Like Gaijin's gonna pour there and Rudy's gonna pour there. We gotta get the speed run out. We get the algo, and those
hilarious.
things. Yeah, those things. We have these things over that, and then you'll have these other groups speed running it, then they're gonna trash talk you when you do the sub 3 Valve tracks on day 1, then they get the sub, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds faster than you. They're gonna comment on your video. See, this is the hunt that you would get if you put more effort into it. And I'm like, you just got 5 seconds faster. And you have my friend here at the back. It's fine, man. Algorithm's gonna take care of us. No one's gonna watch that run. I'm gonna dislike it right now. And I'm like, yes, you do that. We try again later. Nothing's gonna stop me in my $5 video.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's unhealthy. And
Yeah. So.
yeah. You go, Gaijin.
No, I was gonna say because I know she's not interested in speedrunning specifically because she hates repetition of the same thing so much. She will not even mine ores for her sets. I have to do it for her. Or, for example, in Monster Hunter Stories 2, she's at a kind of like a stasis right now because she doesn't want to finish floor 2 of the Super Elder's Lair. Because it's a pain in my ass. I don't like break this part. And she's like, I can do it, but it feels like I'm just doing the same thing just to get the number, and she hates that. So she likes going online and playing with randoms like I do, because she's like, every hunt's different. Something's gonna happen. Bad internet connection's gonna come up with something funny, or like someone's gonna die and it's gonna be fun. Like, it's different, right? So people are like, how can she not like repetition? And she doesn't like the speed runs because she's like, once you have it down to a script, it's essentially the same thing, most of it.
Yeah.
The same time. And she's like, I don't want that. She's like, that's not the thrill of the hunt. Like, there's no unexpected stuff to react to at that point, unless you're ad-libbing it. But they're like, well, she does like 400 All Mother. Like, what gives? I'm like, it's because she's not trying to speed run it, so it's different every time. And to put this in perspective, when we get down on, like, we'll get down to All Mother, she'll have her snack and eat Ibushi like a bad girl. And then you have you're on the guns shooting at her. I can't tell you how many times we're shooting at each other or throwing bombs on each other, or she's knocking me off the cannon just for the hell of it. In World, when we're fighting Safijiva, she constantly fling-shotting its head and stealing the rage from it to get it from me. And she's like, he likes me more, and like we're just goofing around having a good time. So she loves challenges, but not like time challenges,
You see, what this tells me is that she would make an amazing cluster bomber. She would be like, boo.
Well, it is when a monster's down. I mean, when a monster's charging its big attack, that's when she gets out her owl and she's taking pictures. So she can take pictures during really hard challenges. She's got a whole line of photos. I don't know how she can do it so fast, but she likes to take funny photos of her, like in front of lasers and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome! I did
so
see,
like when we got
pictures
to
like that on Twitter,
we got to Narcarcos just the other day, and she's like, "Don't kill it before it does its super laser thing. I want to get a picture." She wants to get a picture of her next to it, going like, "Yeah," and then and she can get the picture and get out of the way without getting hit. I don't know how she does it so fast. It's kids, man. These days, they're always better than our generation,
They are. I mean, we're not the same generation, but I know what you mean.
I was about to say, what do you mean same generation, Gaijin? Like, we're just two old men over here. Like, what do you mean?
Damn it, Gaijin. I just turned 30, Gaijin. No need to stab me more,
Are you really?
I got
Are you really 30?
Yeah. I just turned 30. Yeah, it's Asian magic, Lurik. It's Asian
You
magic.
look like 16. What the hell?
I was gonna say, happy late birthday, by the way, because that was you literally just turned 30, like the other day.
Yeah, when I did that stream for my dad, that was like when I turned 30. So yeah, but yeah, I do know what you mean about the kids these days. I know what you mean. Before I was really a cocky person in FPS because I play FPS, and suddenly my sister's little brother is someone who plays Valorant, so I'm like his brother is a cocky one too. He goes like, oh, I can beat them. I'm the top one in Valorant. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about top one in Valorant? Just because you got the higher rank, that doesn't mean you're top one. So I was confident that we're going to fight each other there in Valorant. I was confident I was going to win over this kid, but no, he beat me. So I was like, these reflexes, I'm getting old.
The muscle memory, the reflexes is so fast.
Yeah. They learn fast. They learn incredibly fast.
But as an old man, this is actually a great segue. So as an old man who's slower and losing my motor skills compared to the kids, what I love about your videos is that you have this approach where you're like, okay, there's this whole, like there's two, I see the whole cheese kind of like OP builds things as there's kind of like two parts, right? There's the one side where people are like super speed running about it, and it's like, you know, we're going to make the best possible meta build, but you have, like you were saying, you have to play it on this script. This is the way you do it, and if you miss one, you just reset and you have to do it all over again. But then there's also the type of cheese that's like, let's just laugh our asses off as we kill a monster in 3 minutes, you know, and maybe it'll get a little off, who cares, you know? And so, like, your videos introduced me to bow gunning in World, Iceborn, with this, like, okay, you want to get into, like, this, it doesn't need to be perfect, whatever. If you want to be perfect, here's a good set. If you don't want to be perfect or you don't have the charms, here's a budget set. And I'm really curious about how much that goes into like trying to create all those budget builds that you did, but it was like cheese, but in like a non like, okay, we're veterans out here, Navy SEALs, we're going to, you know, like we're going to be 100%. It was like, let's just have fun, embrace the cheese, admit that we're cheesing it, because some people have a hard time, I don't know why, admitting that they're doing something cheesy or OP. They're like, no. I'm like, it's cheese. Face it, and be happy about it. Like, get a piece of bread and wine. Have the enjoy the cheese. That's the part of the fun of the game.
Exactly. So I don't get people about that, really. That they hate people just because they wanted the easy way. You know. I mean, I'm not putting some extra strain on you. Me being on this hunt, me doing this optimal damage with just a press of a button. It's not hurting you. It's hurting the monster. Are you the relative of the monster or something? No, it's making our hunt faster, you know.
But so, I love the mentality of yours. You're like, you know, it's, hey, maybe you don't have a lot of time. Maybe you just want to farm really easy. Or maybe you just want a cheese tactic to get over it. Like, whatever. There's lots of reasons to enjoy the cheese. I'm just here to share the fun with you guys. And so it's just, I love your vibe when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I was going to ask, like, how do you even come up with, like, the budget builds? Because that must be a real pain, like, behind the scenes to try to, like, think that stuff out.
Oh, well, the way I do it is the builder, the one that you endorsed. I remember that.
Thank you so. You know, I was looking for a way to donate money to them because I've got so much more enjoyment out of the games thanks to the builders. Because it allows me to simulate. It's so fun.
What builder are you talking about?
Those were Japanese people, right? Those were Japanese people who made that video website. I think it's been there for a long time, Ruri. It's been there for a long time. They even made one for MHGU.
The MHGU one is Athena's armor search. That one I know.
Not Athena.
Not Athena.
Yeah.
It's an armor set searcher thing, but it's just very...
Yeah.
The interface is great. You register all of your deco terms or whatever, and like I think I have like in Rise, the Rise one is really well done, and I have like probably 500 of my charms registered. Like that thing is like totally tied into my data. But yeah, it's interesting, but that's still time consuming though.
Well, for stickies, I don't think it's not really that time consuming because, you know, stickies cap
artillery
fast. I mean, artillery. So artillery is going to increase the damage. Yeah, and then you think of putting more attack there, but then in Rise, we will never reach the cap. We will never reach the cap because it's not like Iceborn wherein you have artillery level 5. Which will benefit me and also Ruri because, you know, he's a Gunlance main. So, you know, we didn't have that. I don't know why we didn't have that. What the hell are you guys doing, Rise? What the hell are you guys doing? I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, so, it's rough.
So you just get the cap. Once you get the cap, you just think about it. What do these people have a hard time with? When they roll, do they still get hit? So maybe they still do get hit. And that's why I experimented with the evade extender thing. Evade extender 1, 2, 3. That evade extender 1, you're going to get the most bang for your buck there. If you go for 2 and 3, that's just you getting, you're getting screwed by Capcom saying 2 or 3 just gives you a tiny bit of advantage. But you just go with evade extender 1. Then that's possibly it. Then just remove the deco, remove the talismans there. Oh, they love this stuff. Like you remove the talismans.
Yeah.
And once they see that you remove the talismans, oh, this is a good build because I don't need a talisman. They like that immediately. They like that immediately.
Everybody,
no talisman builds is awesome, and I love what you're doing with in your most recent videos with Rise, where you're saying, okay, now depending on what you have, here's the priority of like you start listing out priorities like try to buff that up first. If you can go further, go for this. If you can go further, go for that. Like that's a cool
Yeah, yeah.
approach.
A lot of
Yeah, because-
Sorry,
people.
Bri, I think you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people gave me crap when I was doing like endgame Iceborn and even just like world builds because they're like, I don't have these decorations, and I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? It's like this. I'm trying to optimize a set here so that you can use a gun lance to beat a Kieran without dying, an arch tempered Kieran without dying. It's not gonna be easy. You need certain decos. I'm sorry.
So here's
no-
a weird
no-
question. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because I was gonna say something about what Ruri just said. Ruri, you're not alone. A lot of content creators way back in Iceborn got crapped about that. You know, you even get comments like, "Oh, nice attack for Deco. Ha ha, cheap." And you know, they go, "Oh, you have 3 attack jewels. Okay, I'm gonna leave this video, even though I just watched it for 10 seconds. The moment I saw that 3 attack jewels, you're not gonna get more watch time from me." They leave. So I was there at the dark. This guy carrying gun sexual banner with his you know anime thumbnail, seeing those comments and see, oh, they post builds like that. I know what I'm gonna do. Let's remove the attack jewel and everything. And you know that's partly one of the things I capitalized on. But you know I was watching you guys are big, okay? So I was watching those videos and I was like looking at the comments. Oh, okay. So that's what we have to do. So that's. It kind of contributed to the approach that Gaijin was asking. Yeah,
Going through
It's
the
smart, though.
comment
It's-
section is like, I see the complaints. Perfect. Let me get rid of these.
yeah. So
It's
this
super
is
smart though. You're looking at
yeah.
market needs. You're saying there is an
Yeah.
underserved slice of demographic that
Uh-huh.
is looking for something that's more approachable. Okay, we can do
exactly.
this.
Yeah.
So
So you were
like,
saying. Yeah.
Now I was gonna ask, which do you prefer making? As I know you do both speedrun videos, but you also do set videos. And I noticed that I think your very first upload was a set video. Actually, you talking about Diablo 3 in your set. You're like, this is a cool set. I was like, is your niche both of them? Is that like half and half, or is there one of the two that is more of a guilty pleasure for you?
Oh, okay. So I don't. How do I answer this? How do I answer this in a non-douchey way? Wait, because a lot of the people. Wait, no.
Okay.
This is. Wait. I'm loading.
Hey, this is good. This is when you know that you've asked. So I'll give you some time here. I'll stall for you. This is when you know you asked a good question. Is when you sort of like cause a glitch in the matrix, and it's like, you got to think about it.
It's because he has to think about all of the hours that he spent speedrunning and thinking about, oh man, all of those resets. Was this actually fun? Was this actually worth it? Like,
Yeah.
Like,
and with your
I have a-
teammate going,
I have a guess.
you're gonna post
I
that
have
one?
a guess.
You're gonna post
I have
that
a guess
one?
what
Really?
went through your head, but
So the thing is, I did say the anecdote about before that my friend and I were like sitting down why we wanted a YouTube channel, why I want the YouTube channel, is because, you know, if you get big, you get money, right? You get money. And the thing is, what gets more views? Sets or runs? Sets.
which is it? Sets. Okay.
Sets
It's
get
sets?
more views.
Okay.
Yes, because speedruns, even though I mean Team Darkside does speedruns.
Yeah.
Because the way I see it is because they're already there. They're already there at the pedestal. You know, when they provide speedruns, everyone's going to click on it. But if you're not Team Darkside and you provided a speedrun, even though it's faster than Team Darkside, you would get dislikes. You would go like,
Really?
This guy's cheating. This guy's cheating.
So if you're faster than Team Darkside, people just think you're
Yes.
cheating.
No, that's the normal thing. No, I'm gonna get some flack here, Gaijin. I'm gonna get some flack in this video, but it's
We're
okay.
all gonna get flack. I love it.
But yeah, that's the reality of things. That's
is, yeah.
what every speedrunner has to go through. You have to prove a point first. Like for example, you do any weapon actually. You go bow, you go melee, you go range. They're gonna they're actually gonna question you. So
Yeah.
speedrunning is not really the thing if you want that YouTube fame. Sets, guides are the way to do it. Because they click more, they think you've helped much, but if it's a speedrun, they usually just click back if
Well,
they
it's-
see
it's-
the weapon. Yeah, if they see the weapon is something that they don't like
Yeah, they don't.
this guy plays gunlance. I don't play gunlance. I'm
Yeah,
going,
exactly.
I'm
It's
going
just
out of
that's
here.
just
Or,
speedrun
yeah.
is just spectacle to watch, you know,
Yeah.
over and drink and stuff, because you're not gonna replicate it, or you're not gonna
Yeah.
want to once you realize how much work it takes. But set videos, it's like I can replicate that, and that can help me have fun.
Yes,
so I actually
yes,
do
it
think they're a
helps
lot
you.
more useful.
I can relate
Yeah,
so
and
much to the this guy plays Gunlance. I'm not watching this. I can relate to that so much.
So Rurikhan, you got to bait people. You got to use anime girl and some bow guns in the thumbnail.
Yes.
Started out with a clip showing bow gun and then just immediately transitioned it to Gunlance gameplay.
Okay.
No, he's doing pretty well, man. He's known. He's the Gunlance
he's
man
carved
already.
out.
He's a
carved
Gunlance
out
man
the name,
already.
yeah.
Yeah.
Carved out my niche. The Gunlance
Hey,
guy.
he got me to enjoy Gunlance more than Lance and Rise, which I never thought was possible.
You know that the one time I tried like really hard to optimize time on a monster. It wasn't even to optimize time. It's just like when I post a video, I don't care that much about the time as much as I care about showing what I would consider to be a clean run. So it's a run without carts. It's a run that doesn't look like you're just getting your face smashed all the time. And it actually took me 13 hours to get this one thing, which was a clean run of Alatreon, 13 hours, and the speed was like 15 minutes. It was great. Sub 15. It was sub 15, okay? But
That was a non-limit. You were doing Slaplands, I think. I think I did see that.
yeah, it was
Right? You were
elemental
doing
slaplands. Elemental
Yeah.
slaplands. So bad.
You know, I've had some comments on some of my recent videos saying, I really appreciate that you upload. Basically, they're saying shitty runs. It's kind of nice to see someone not afraid to just put on a run showing that you're flustered or throwing F-bombs or just like screwing up because if I want to watch perfect runs, there's people who already have those. Like, I don't care about that. I just want to, So I was like, okay, maybe there's actually a market here for like telling people strategies about monsters and fights, but not in a way that's just like razor sharp precise. It's like the lazy man's version, like, oh yeah, this might go wrong here. Okay, I fucked that up. But sorry, my mouth is bad tonight. Like when I was trying to do like the Lao Xiaolong, and I was like, okay, we're gonna jump on his back, and I think I failed it like 15 times. And I included a lot of those clips in the video because I was like, here are all the things that can go wrong, like showing all of it, and people are like, okay, now I get it. Like it's that tight, whatever. But I see what you're saying though. Like when it comes to I mean, not just money, but I mean also just success in general, right? Like you're trying to find an underserved portion of the market, not only to financially see success, but also just carve out your spot, and be like, this is how I can be successful, and and that will lead to money, which is great, but it also leads to community and usefulness as well. So it's smart. Go through comments of other great videos and see what people wanted to see.
You just lurk there. You just like that. I see you. But yeah, you hit the gold mine there as well, Gaijin. You were saying about Lao Shan Lung, right? Like you were making a guide, then suddenly showing the people what can go wrong, but still you get the completion. Did I get that right? Exactly.
Yeah, I did that as well. Yeah, you could still screw it up, and it's fine. So I always make sure that I have a method that is reproducible. So I don't show super clean runs. I don't have routes that are super precise. I'm like, I have a buffer of 20 seconds here. So as long you can screw 3 of these up and you're fine. And you'll still be good. But here's how you do it.
Yeah, that's a gold mine. That's how I picture things as well. Like if there's a boss that's hard to take on, you make these guides pattern to that. You can screw up a lot and still be there. Like, it's fine, man. It's fine. Like, I'm telling you, man.
You're broadening your audience, right?
That was something that I did for Arch-Tempered Xenojiva because I found Arch-Tempered Xenojiva so frustrating the first couple of times I did it that I was like, you know what? For my build for Arch-Tempered Xenojiva, I'm just going to put Fortify in. And it's like, and if you die, don't even worry about it. Just go right back in and keep... Because that fight was long. It was so long. Jesus. Yeah. So I just told people, just put Fortify. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
I love Arch-Tempered Xenojiva, man. I love that. I love that monster. That's nice.
One of her favorites is Xenojiva. She loves that monster.
Try spread on Ruri. Try spread HBG.
No,
know what I mean?
No, listen.
No. Trust me, Yuna did it with me. We actually made one of your sets.
Yeah.
And we both did, because she loves Xenojiva. It was her first final boss of her first Monster Hunter. And I showed her some of your videos, and she saw the builds, and she's like, what? So we both made the sets. We go as like, I hope your hands aren't hurting today, Zeno. It's like, and we just started blowing it to bits, and she's like, this is fun.
So it was okay for her. It was okay for her.
She enjoyed it a lot. Yeah,
having a fast hunt like that.
Oh yeah, she had a lot of fun.
Okay, so for the people that are watching, see. So for the people that are actually complaining that you're ending the hunt faster, see, there's Gaijin's daughter is having fun, even though it's fast. So please, a fast hunt is good. Okay, slow hunt's bad. Okay, because you might fail.
Wait. Slow hunt's. You can't say slow hunt's bad. Like, come on, what the hell? There's people that like using every bit of those 50 minutes. Like the weapon that I used for Arch Tempered particularly was it was AFK Insect Glaive, which is just like you just jump in the air. It's like I call that the AFK because you barely have to do anything. You just like spam aerial Insect Glaive, not do anything, just whatever.
I have never used Insect Glaive, Ruri. I've never like Insect Glaive virgin. In all my hours, never have I used Insect Glaive. It's like 0. Like I've used any, like all the weapons, Insect Glaive 0 till now.
Wow,
yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah,
because like a lot of people would consider Insect Glaive to be a cheesy weapon because of how how much you can avoid damage. I mean, it's not going to be cheesy in terms of
how fast it is.
Yeah, not for how fast it is, but how safe it is.
Just how
it's an extremely safe playstyle.
Yeah, they didn't program the monsters to hit every 360 degrees, right? And you're just flying around like, woo!
This is why in Rise they increased the monsters' aerial hitboxes. So particularly in the demo, it was so increased that like Arathian's landing would hit above her hitbox, and you're like, "What is this? What do you mean? She's literally attacking downwards. How am I getting hit all the way up in the wings? Like, what's going on?"
It's Insect Glaive mitigation because like everyone I was fighting AT Velcana, everyone is like trying to get the right positions, or they're the big explosions and they're trying to run. I'm just like, I don't even care because none of her moves can touch me. Every single one is an explosion on the ground, and I'm not on the ground. Who the hell fights on the ground?
Yeah.
Or I'm above her. She's not doing like she's not doing ice bursts above her face. So it's fun in that regard, but it does take longer than like bow guns. So
yeah,
it's a tough one.
I did see how crazy it was. I don't know if you guys know about that competition that Monster Hunter had in Boston. I think.
Yeah.
You guys know about that? Yeah. That speedrunning thing. Dude, it was insane. I was watching TSC play Insect Glaive. I was like,
yeah,
you can do that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's some cool things you can do with that weapon. Yeah,
that is sexy. I was like, oh no.
It's stylish, but the damage numbers are just not quite up to snuff when it comes to speedrunning for that weapon, unfortunately. But so here's I'm going to try to bring us back to the original subject. But how did you even get into Monster Hunter? Was it a friend who recommended it to you, or was it just the beta, or like what like made you go, okay, I like this, like I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna play it?
A friend recommended it to me, but I was one of those people that when you get your friend recommend you to buy this game, then suddenly you get left out when the real game comes out. Then they don't play it with you, so I'm there playing the game. I have no one to play it with. so I was one of those people like, hey, where are these people that actually told me to buy the game? Then suddenly I'm here. What the hell am I going to do with this game? I already pre-ordered it, so I just ended up playing it. Then I played guns, and then I searched through the internet, Facebook, those groups to find people to play with. And it started like that. So we were having fun a lot in the beta. Then suddenly when the game came out, I wasn't able to play with them, so I was alone. Then I just searched for people to play with. So it's basically that.
I think what ends up happening is that a lot of people, they want their friends to get into the game, but then when they do get into the game, they just they start running through and they want to go fast and fast, and their friends are just left behind. They're just like, oh yeah, I'm all the way over here killing Nergigante, and you're just like, dude, I just killed Great Jagras. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Come help me.
Okay, so I like to ask this question for people who started with World. Are you more of a handler or a serious handler or something else? You got to choose.
Serious handler. Serious handler.
Really?
Yeah. Serious handler. Yeah. Are you a handler?
I wasn't for a long time, but then I turned around. And
yes,
I said, okay,
I am a handler. Yes,
I will go handler. Yeah.
After
handler
you play
is
PC?
best.
Especially after I got to team up with Serious Handler, I did not like her. When I got to pair up with her, her appeal went from like a 90 to like 20. I'm like, I don't like this person. She's boring. I would not want to hang out with her at all. Maybe people don't want to hang out with these girls. Maybe they're only thinking about something else. But I'm like, nah. And then I started thinking about the handler. I'm like, well, let's see. She's a victim of the scenario writer. Okay, so they put her in some very bad positions when it comes to her functionality. They should have never created the abbreviation PARD. It's annoying as hell. So all I would have to do is please don't call me PARD, and we're all good. But let me think about it. She's excitable. She's optimistic. She likes to eat. She probably likes to drink. She likes to go out. She likes to improvise. She'd be a good girlfriend.
Exactly.
Should be fun.
There you go. Good.
Serious handler would all be like, that'd be great, but I have something scheduled for Saturday that I must attend to. It's like,
Yeah, like listen.
Stop being so damn serious.
Serious handler, you would have to like schedule your lovemaking sessions. She'd be like, okay, listen, we can have sex this Wednesday, but not Friday. All right.
Like, that, and I think she'd be like the stalker type. Like, let me see your phone. Who are you messaging? Because like during the entire mission, she's constantly telling you, this is only temporary. I'm only doing this because I have to. It's like she's like, I think she's an obsessive type.
She doesn't like you. She just doesn't like you. That's vibes.
I don't see the appeal.
Well, if we're talking about making the handler our girlfriend, you're leaving some special girl out. You know that gathering hub girl? Oh, that's the stuff.
Oh,
you know
the
the messages that she just keeps on telling you. I've been waiting for you. You're always like that. It's always like that. It's like, you know that, Rudy?
Oh,
wait,
the
gathering hub girl.
Okay, wait,
the gathering hub girl.
Everyone knows that shit when it comes to.
Wait, is it the arena one or the one for the regular quest?
No.
The one for the regular quest.
I
hate her.
I'm not the. No, the regular quest. I'm talking about the regular quest.
Yes, the regular quest one, the pink one.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. The way she says "I've been waiting for you" is creepy as hell. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. It's so. I've been waiting for you, and I'm just like, no, I can't. Don't talk like that ever. I don't like it at all. Like, I'm sorry.
But
it's
Ruri,
like huge turn off.
You don't have to schedule your sex sessions, Ruri.
Well,
every session is a sex session. I'll take that.
I can't tell.
Creepy.
I can't tell you how many.
Put mute in the
mute. half of my screenshots were probably of her in all of her cute outfits. But then there's that really weird girl who's like, she's the I don't know if it was the Reno or it's the guild girl who like makes guilds, and she sounds like she doesn't want to be there, and she's like always sounds like she's afraid. Like, hi. Okay. Like there's someone in there. It's just like, I don't know. Did they record this under duress or something? I'm like, I don't know. It's really weird.
Is that in the gathering hub?
I think so.
I can't recall.
Yeah.
I can't recall. I only
It's like
know
the one
that,
girl you never talk to. It's like the one who manages your squads or something. I think it's her.
Ooh.
Oh, hi. She sounds like she just does not want you to talk to anybody. I'm like, sorry. Didn't mean to, trigger you.
But did you guys play World on PC? You guys put mods on PC.
I've played it both on PS4 and on PC, but I didn't really use mods.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you guys turned into handler people. I thought you guys turned into handler people when you went to PC, because the PC mods for the handler. Oh, they're insane. You don't even need dialogue no more. You're gonna go like, oh, I like that handler. Is that my handler? Cool.
No, they got DLC. If they have the mod that will remove the word part, then I would do that. But all I need is her in her gothic outfit. I'm good.
I mean, the thing was the mod that I would see.
I feel
all
bad
the
that
time.
I do feel bad that we're objectifying the receptionist here. I will say though that like we need, like what we call it. We need a sexy man like receptionist. We really do, because we had one in Generations Ultimate, right? Mm-hmm. Like that man was styling. Like at the bar, we need something like that. So Capcom got to be a little bit more. Serving everybody.
Both the men get eye candy and the women get eye candy as well. It should be equitable. Yeah, but that's why they gave us the what's it called? The extreme buffed set in Iceborn.
Oh.
It's so that the females get the eye candy as well. It's
But, I like those layered armors. Wait. The bartender guy that you were referring to in MHGU, was that the guy that when you speak to him, he produces a sound like, oh, he does that? Was that the guy? That same guy?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He does. in the what's it called, the Hunter? Is it Hunter's Hub?
Hunter's Pub.
Hunter's Pub.
Yeah,
Yeah, Hunter's
yeah,
Pub.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got the little circular glasses on. He looks like what's his name
But
from
I mean,
like the Professional.
I think the best male character in all of Monster Hunter is easily the Caravaneer. Come on. He's got the best hat and everything. Come on. Easy.
Nah, I'm sorry.
The
I'm
Caravaneer,
sorry.
easy. Come on, dude.
Can't.
I'm sorry, Ruri, I can't relate because I just came from World. You know.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Gaijin, you don't like the Caravaneer? What the hell? Why not?
I mean, I don't dislike him, but I'm not necessarily
Okay, fine.
like I don't know. I don't like his grunts. Like he grunts like almost Scooby Doo level. Like he's, it's really creepy. So.
That's because back then there was only Monster Hunter speak. They had to make him expressive. There was like,
Yeah, but he dialed it. It was dialed up weird.
yeah. I guess.
So anyway,
Could be
I'm curious. Did the world click for you right away, or did like okay, I like this, or was there a period of like World's a pretty easy game I think to get into compared to the other Monster Hunter. So I'm always curious, like, did people you liked it from the start, or was it like you had to get used to it?
Well, I liked it from the start because the graphics were amazing. It's like a big monster there, and then you go through all this hassle to kill it, and then you have rewards because you get the stuff. And then I'm a big fan of those RPG games wherein you make stuff, and then when your character puts it on, you see it, like it changed. So I'm a big fan of that because that became a big hook for me. The only thing that I had to get used to was there's no leveling system. There's no skill system. That's the thing that I had to get used to in the game. Yeah. But yeah, the game grew on me. True. Yeah. So that's how
Very
I liked
nice.
it. Yeah.
So here's a go ahead, Rurikhan.
I think that people that started with World kind of like tend to like it right away, whereas people like us that started with the older ones, we just don't like it. Like, in case you didn't know, both of us did not like Monster Hunter when we first played it. I completely hated it. Like, because a friend of mine told me, dude, this is going to be so good. You need to play it. And I started playing it. I'm like, what the hell is this game, dude? Look at how long it takes my character to do anything. Like, why does it stand still when I'm like drinking potions? Like, what is this?
Yeah,
this is terrible.
This is so when you say I came from World, it's kind of you were blessed not to have. It seems everybody else who started earlier was like it's a love-hate relationship at first. But World did good in that regard.
Oh yeah, when I came back to MHGU when I was getting my ass carried, I was wondering about all these things. Like, for example, when I have to flex while I drink a potion. Why? Why do I have to flex? I'm in the midst of battle. Why do I have to flex when I drink a potion?
Because
what is
it's
this?
funny.
it's I don't get it. There's them Plesiote on my back. I drink a potion. I'm gonna get hip checked soon. Then I flex. It's like I want to take a picture. It's like I'm a past Yuna, you know. I want to take a picture before I get hit by Plesiote. Yeah, it's something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna switch our subject really fast. I could talk to you for hours. I got tons of things I want to ask you about. And I noticed the time is getting later. I'm like, no. So I gotta ask because this is something I'm always been curious about. But Monster Hunter in the Philippines, like I know there is a huge amount of passionate Monster Hunter players in the region. I have a lot of followers actually as well from the Philippines, and I'm just kind of like there seems to be a really active community there, and I'm kind of curious. Like, is there any like what's it like the scene over there? Like, how do you think that happened? Like, do they do marketing in the country, or like, because it just seems like Hong Kong, Philippines, Japan are like the three like big players, lots of people.
In contrary, I don't think it's big.
Really?
Is it really big?
I get the impression it is.
When I started
Maybe
the
I
channel,
don't know.
when I started the channel, most of my supporters aren't Filipinos.
Really?
Yeah, they're not. They're mostly, from the States, Western countries. Those were my supporters. The Italians, the Germans, the Americans.
French.
The French. Yes. Je suis monté. Yeah,
They love
the
the
Italians.
yeah.
The Italians in particular probably see your cluster bombs and go like, "Oh yeah, molto buono."
No, Ruri. You just censor this, okay, Ruri. I even made an emote about that. This. I made an emote. It's on Twitch and it is fanculo. Yeah, that's the first word. That's the first word these Italians tell me. No. Bata, 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 panculo. And I'm like, nice. When I learned about it, I streamed on Twitch. And then when there's this Italian person who followed me, oh, Federico Montagnini, panculo. and he was just saying panculo to me like back. So it's like, it's a great.
So I'm going to give you an interesting stat here of why I have this impression. Mm-hmm. So I'm on the YouTube analytics right now. I'm looking at geography. In the last 2 years, my second most watched, my first one, my viewers are from the United States. Number 2 is Philippines.
Oh.
Followed by Germany, UK, Canada, France. I'm like, what? 6% of all my followers are Philippines. It's amazing. And then I get a lot of comments from a lot of people who are like, I'm here in the Philippines, and there's some friends that I've made in the community that are from Philippines. It's always, it gives me this impression because I've never had the opportunity to go to the Philippines. I would love to.
You should go.
Since I'm close by, relatively. One of these days. So you don't get the impression that there's a big Monster Hunter scene?
I don't get the impression that there's a big Monster Hunter scene. I'm going to be saying something that would offend a lot of Filipinos. Would that be okay, Gaijin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
But
it's not on me.
It's on me. It's on me. But maybe they would say yes to it. They would agree. Because here's the thing. I started the channel. Most of my supporters are non-Filipinos. Okay. Then suddenly, I got shocked that some of the Filipinos actually know me as Angbata11, and they were fans. Okay. And so some of these streamers on Facebook actually reached out to me, and they told me about their quarrels in the community. The problem with the Monster Hunter community in the Philippines is this: Filipinos don't tend to support each other. They don't.
Is it competitive nature, or
I don't know. It's like a bad quality of us Filipinos. We're gonna support a foreigner. We're gonna support Gaijin. We're gonna support Ruri. But when it comes to another Filipino, we're not gonna support that unless you make a name for yourself. Yes, that's a thing. Now, there's going to be probably a lot of people commenting about that they're going to say yes to that, because it is. That's what happened here. If you go to Facebook like now, Facebook Live, that's where a lot of Filipinos stream. All of these Monster Hunter streamers, they crap on each other. They fight on each other. So they're not...
Interesting.
I mean, sure, they support this streamer and they support this streamer, but then, of course, they're going to gang up on each other. It's like that. You have to be validated in the community first before you can actually market yourself to the Filipino community as a Filipino.
Interesting.
Okay? If you're going to go there, if I'm going to start a YouTube channel now, I'm Angbata, embracing the cheese, I'm a Filipino YouTuber, I wouldn't get the support. I wouldn't. It's not as easily as you... Yeah.
It's like, I'll tell you right now, in my case, I feel like it's the exact opposite whenever a Portuguese person comes across my channel, and most people think I'm American, but like when they find out I'm Portuguese, they're like, Portugal, yeah, they're like super excited. So it's like, in my case, I feel like it's the opposite. It's weird.
I enjoy the fact that I don't have any viewers in Japan except for myself when I review my video to make sure there's no mistakes.
Seriously, there's no people. I mean, you speak Japanese. They like that.
It's not even a percent. Not even a percent. No.
It's just there's also countries that just don't consume as much media, which is like, I'll tell you right now, Portugal in general does not consume that much gaming media. The people that do consume it, they tend to support Portuguese content creators and stuff. But like, there's not that much audience there. It's mostly Brazil is what tends to come to Portuguese content creator videos. We're huge in Brazil, basically. Anyone that creates Portuguese-speaking videos.
Kind of off topic, I'm a big Portugal fan of them on soccer. The first time I gambled in soccer, where you bet who's going to win.
Football?
Yeah, football, yeah.
Football. He's saying soccer. He's being nice because he knows that I'm American, probably. So it's like, exactly. those weirdos call it soccer. So otherwise, Gaijin will be looking at me like, what is he talking about?
I'm a big Ronaldo fan, man. Yeah. So yeah, I even have a Portugal jersey there. I'm not kidding. Yeah, the red jersey with the green one here. So yeah. I have them. So anyway, so
the best. He's my favorite diver. Sorry, I had us.
I think it's crab mentality. There, we have crab mentality here in the Philippines. It's rampant. So Yeah, you got to prove your worth first before you get actually a
and
way for Filipinos
for people that
to support you. Yeah.
For people that don't understand that reference, it's like if you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket and one of them is about to get out and escape, the other crabs will actually pull him down. It's like, no, stay down here with us.
Oh, that's crazy. I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
No.
what crab mentality is. It's like a crab trying to escape the
Crab
bucket, and
mentality,
all
wow.
the other crabs like, no, come down. They keep pulling each other down.
Nah, you're not going in front of me, Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, well, that's why a lot of content creators that are not, of course, not Monster Hunter, the vloggers, the international vloggers, they go into that train wherein they can get validated by Filipinos because you're a foreigner, you get validated immediately. And once you get the validation of Filipinos, you're just going to go like, Filipino pride, yeah! And all of them are going to go there in your video. That's a thing before. I think it was on Twitter too. But yeah, that's why I didn't think it was big. Yeah, that's why I didn't think Monster Hunter.
Yeah, maybe it's just I love all my followers, but it's I get a lot of warmth from everybody, especially countries like Philippines and France and Germany, and I get lots of nice comments. I'm like, wow, there's so many people from the Philippines. I was like, such a warm, huge community because everyone's really nice, and I'm like, there must be a huge scene out there. Like people are getting together and playing Monster Hunter together. They have Monster Hunter cafes. Like I don't know, but I romanticize countries I've never been to. So
what Angbata says does remind me of my own mentality when I was a lot younger, and like some of the first stuff that I did was actually Dark Souls, and I remember seeing videos from Epic Name Bro, and I was like. In my very smugness, my younger smugness, I was like, I'm better than him. Epic Name Bro.
But that's good.
But it's like, no, it's actually not good. It was really bad because I wouldn't say it publicly, but I would always think to myself, why do people watch his videos? Should be watching my videos. And Epic Name Bro is just like the nicest guy I've spoken
he's
with him.
awesome. I love him.
I love his stuff. But back when I was starting out as a content creator, I was like, I do better stuff. Like puffing up my
the
chest
a
like
little bit bigger. Yeah.
See, if you didn't have that mentality, you wouldn't be here, right? You wouldn't be here.
Maybe. Who knows?
So
as I'm actually Ruri. Oh, I'm sorry, Gaijin. I gotta
go
tell
ahead,
this.
go ahead.
Ruri, are you wearing a wristband right now? Are you wearing a wristband?
No, not right now because I'm not playing a game, so it's fine. But not right now.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to make an inside joke there that the Filipinos would actually get. I was supposed to say, Ruri, you can make the Filipinos love you instantly. You just make that wristband color white. Just make it color white. Because we had the president that wear wristbands before. And that guy was freaking well loved by our country. He became corrupt. Okay, he got impeached. Then when he ran for presidency again, he almost won again. It was crazy
because of the wrist collars.
I don't know. Maybe the wrist collars. I don't know.
But it's
I don't know what magic he's doing, but he's working.
You know why I usually use the wristband? It's because I actually messed up my wrist playing MOBAs on PC.
Oh, don't you? I was gonna say we're keeping it clean today.
What?
Oh, okay, you're talking about
What the hell, dude? No,
it's okay. It's okay.
No, it's like
I'm a physical therapist, Gaijin. You can just DM me if you had that problem.
I have to burn Rurikhan every episode. It's a thing.
Pretty much.
It's a rivalry.
But yeah, you know how in MOBAs like you click, and you're like click, and it's like doing this over and over and over destroyed my wrists, and
Oh no.
Now it just hurts all the time. So whenever I game, I need the wristband because it gives me a little bit of pressure and it just feels good. And so
You're still young, Angbata. You don't know. Age is not a fun thing.
Oh, Gaijin, I know. I'm a physical therapist.
He's a physical therapist.
Basically,
I was going to ask. I thought that was fascinating that you're also a physiotherapist as well as an amazing bow gunner. So I was going to ask about that. It's like how did you get into that? That's awesome.
Being physiotherapist?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not really amazing, really. If you guys are familiar with stand-up comedians, do you guys watch stand-up comedians?
I've watched quite a few, yeah.
Okay. There's this stand-up comedian who's milking a lot of with regards to Filipino humor, Jokoy. These people know, like for the Philippines, the profession to be is medical profession. Can be PT and nurse because you can get out of the country. it can get you out of the country. So it's not like I graduate high school and I'm like, oh, I have grown and I have this fascination about these muscles. I will help Rurikhan with his finger problems. I am fascinated now. I will study physiotherapy for 5 years. No, it's more like I want to get out of this country immediately. What will I do? So it's basically always like that here in the Philippines. Like, they even say to their children, like, oi, you must be a nurse, okay? You must be a nurse. You graduate, get out of here, bring us with you, you give dollars, okay? You give dollars. So it's kind of like that. It's not like an inspiration that just hit me like, damn, I gotta study for 5 years and touch butts for a living. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. So, yeah.
Interesting. Well, it's definitely a marketable skill, I guess.
Yeah.
It exists. There's demand in every country.
I need help with my right wrist for sure. I need to fix my right wrist.
I'm gonna DM you how much? $5. Okay. We can work about that.
Just like the $5 video.
Exactly. Yeah. I was really notorious about that. The $5 video. The speedrunners know about that stuff. When they're talking in Discord, I'm lurking there, and they just see me typing. Oh, here's Ang. He's gonna steal your idea. He's gonna get that $5 video. And I'm like, don't worry, man. I'm gonna credit you. Okay, I'm gonna credit you in a fun way.
All I know is if you come to Japan and you see Chinese this, Filipino this, Korean this, like massage, spa, those are not actual practices. Those mean something. It's a code for something else. So you don't go to those places. If you have an aching back, I mean, unless you want to be massaged with other body parts than a hand, then I suppose that might be where you want to go. But I mean, they got really cute girls downstairs saying, we can work out your physical problems up here on the 7th floor.
They can fix my wrist.
They can take your mind off of it. I'm sure.
You don't have to move it there. You don't have to move it. You just have to stay put.
They'll take your mind off of it for 30 minutes. It'll cost you, but yeah, it's a little weird. Like I noticed that. I never went to places, but I heard from some people that are like, yeah, I thought it'd be kind of nice, and traditional massage or like some, therapy or whatever. I'm like, that's not what they're selling. I'm like, that's what's on the menu. Okay.
Oh, just in case, I would just do clarification here so that this podcast won't get hate. They know that physical therapy is not massage, okay? Physical therapy is a science, okay? Because a lot of people get offended by that, even the physical therapists. But me, I'm happy-go-lucky. I don't care. They go like, massage me. It's okay, man. You're going to pay me $5 for that? Okay.
Man, I went to a Japanese chiropractor last year, and it was the worst thing I ever did in the last 5 years. One, they're rampant in this area. And the thing is they all suck, and I should have saw it at the time, because the moment you get in there for your first session, because I had really bad lower back pain, they're doing like the shit they do in the U.S., like the weird Catholic weird I'm going look at your legs, they're not the same length. I'm going to make them the same length. See, now you're better, and they're just doing stupid little tricks. And I'm like, and I'm gonna crack your back. I'm like, if you're just gonna crack my back, I can do that myself. It's not hard. And so, they applied pressure on my back in a way they shouldn't, and I had numbness in my left leg for half a year. And I was afraid it would never go away, and it hurt.
That is bad, because
they screwed
you might have been
me
pinched a nerve there. Yeah.
Yeah. So luckily it fixed out after about 8 months, but I'm like, damn, never again.
That's long.
See,
because there's a war here with PT, physiotherapy, and chiropractors. They're not the same thing.
Yeah, they're not.
Because chiropractors are not really part of the...
It's not medical.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Physical therapists are more evidence-based, and they follow a lot of journals. They do a lot of what you call that? Research studies.
Yeah.
And we base all our exercises there. And we lean more on corrective exercises rather than, manipulation. We do manipulation when it's needed, but
sometimes
only
you
rare
need
cases.
a little release. So to bring us back into Monster Hunter, so I'm kind of curious. So I know you played Monster Hunter Rise as well, and I know you I've seen some of your streams, and you play with a lot of people online and stuff, and Rise is very much, it's still kind of 5th gen, but it's kind of not. It's kind of like a step back to a little bit more of a more reserved version, a little less social in some regards. How did you like Rise overall, and like what did you play throughout, and how far did you get in it? Because I know that you prefer World and Iceborn, and I thought your video on that was interesting, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on Rise specifically, though.
No, it's fine, Gaijin. It's my perspective of Rise and World is just really neutral. I just really have to make that clickbait video because raid sponsorship and shit.
No, it wasn't clickbaity because I like the opinions.
Yeah. Ruri's like, he's never gonna get another raid sponsorship, and I'm like,
Who's
But
never
anyway,
gonna who's never gonna get a raid?
Because I just said that the reason I did that is for the raid sponsorship, and you just went up your chair and like, oh, he's not doing it properly.
No. I just don't do raid personally, but it's like I've been approached a million times. So it's like you could do the worst things possible. You'll still get a raid sponsorship. Don't even worry about it. Like maybe it's not from the same ad agency, but somebody else will send you a raid sponsorship.
I actually did see a video of someone who actually made a promotion for Raid Shadow Legends, and he actually crapped on Raid Shadow Legends and still got paid.
Yeah,
amazing. I was like,
they don't care.
So you can do this. Oh,
yeah, they really don't care. Like because
all press is good, bad press is good press.
There's like a million different ad agencies that are all running Raid Shadow Legends, and if you burn Raid Shadow Legends on one, the next one will still sell you another ad. They really don't care. Because like I said, I crap on Raid Shadow Legends all the time in my videos because I will not. I don't like the game. I don't think, but it's like I don't blame anyone that takes their sponsorships. Money's money. People got to make a living. It is what it is. So if I can afford not to do it, I'd rather not do it. But it's like the thing is they just don't care what you do. Like there's just so many offers. Like I've been offered like $800 for one, $600. Like it's just offers just keep piling up, and I'm just like, no, I don't want. Thanks, no. But yeah, they'll send you. Don't even worry about it. They'll keep sending you proposals for that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this nod that I'm doing right now is disappointment. He mentioned numbers, but those numbers are actually higher than the numbers I was promised. Oh, okay. But anyway, going back to what Gaijin said.
But it's like, listen, if you think that's bad, like go look at like someone who's actually big. Like for instance, if Jesse Cox or something like that, or I don't know. Let me think. Probably if Team Darkseid did a Raid Shadow Legends thing, the numbers would be a lot higher. I'll tell you right now. It escalates so much if your channels are bigger. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, going back to what Gaijin was saying, I like Rise. I like Rise, especially the Narwa fight. Because the way I stream Monster Hunter is I take off the background music. I take off the background music so that I can play a random Spotify playlist. Because it's a grind. You get to kill the monsters over and over again. And, to get rid of that grind for the stream, at least have, background music that isn't Monster Hunter playing at the background. But every time I'm going to play against Narwa at the start of Rise, when it was just newly released, I actually turn the Spotify music off so that I can hear the sound in Narwa. And Rampage, I actually like Rampage at the start.
At the start, yeah.
Yeah, at the start. Everything was new. I was like, oh yeah, this feels nice. And you hear that Japanese anime type of opera playing, and you see Ibushi, and you get this Gatling gun, and you just make it go down. It was fun. I actually like it. But then I was in a position wherein I can't really pinpoint what's wrong, but something's wrong. But I can just really pinpoint it. Maybe because the reason for that is I haven't played most MH games. That's why I can't really pinpoint what's wrong. But it just feels there's something lacking. That's it.
Yeah, there's something.
That's the only thing I can say. But I like it. I like it. It's just that I think maybe, well, you can't say I didn't like it if my clocked hours there were like more than 700 hours, right?
Damn.
You can't say you didn't.
That's actually more than me.
Yeah.
I got like 500 something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I can't say I didn't like it because clearly, if you didn't like it, you wouldn't have go through 700 hours from it. So yeah.
So can I make a wild guess because I don't know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Light bow gun usage higher than heavy bow gun.
Of course. Yes.
Light bow gun is just too damn good in that game.
Yeah, God. Especially the Magnamalo light bow gun. You were having. Yeah, it just saves you. It just saves you. You don't even need a talisman.
It's funny. Yuna was playing bow, and she's like, I liked bow until you showed me what you can do with the bow gun. because it does everything better. And then I was like, that's how heavy bow guns feel as well too.
Yeah,
it's just really good in Rise. I'm
it's
wondering
not
how
like
they.
the light. It's not like the light bowgun does it better. It's just, of course, the bow does better than light bowgun.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that light bowgun
The status coatings, like, I'd forget about it. Like, bowgun will just cream you in that department.
Yeah. It's just that the light bowgun can make you do things a lot simpler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there.
And you're playing stories too?
Yes, playing stories too.
How far have you gotten in that so far?
Well, finished it already. Ended. Killed Fatalis like twice. So Super Elder Slayer is done as well. But I haven't really played the update now with the KT. I think I did. I was lurking in one of Ruri's stream when you were fighting KT. I think. Yeah.
Oh, yesterday?
I think you streamed earlier, right? Yeah. I was lurking there.
Oh, okay.
Just lurking. Seeing the comments again, thinking what video I can make, I was like,
man, why don't you show that? And Ruri's like, I ain't showing that. And you're like, take a note.
Which one of my attempts did you see though? The first one or the second one where I had the other person from stream join in?
I think the half of the first one. Only the half of the
first one. Okay, yeah. The
thing.
first one was real bad, dude. Like, my NPC died in Kulv Taroth. It's like, Kulv Taroth enrages, and this NPC just goes like, this is a great time for a technical attack. And I was like, no!
It sounds a lot like Kyle. It's like, I'm going to charge my bow. What are you going to do? I'm going to charge my bow. You're almost dead. I'm going to charge my bow. I'm almost dead. I'm going to charge my bow. Get out of here, you little punk. I hate that kid.
He's thinking like a hunter. Yeah. He's thinking like a hunter that's a toxic speedrunner. I'm going to charge my bow. I need the deeps. I need the deeps.
I'm going to assume that all three of us love Roberto most because he says his strategy is, okay, we just kill the monster faster. Then he can't kill us.
I don't like Roberto at all. I don't like him.
Yeah, well, you don't like him because of the English dub, but in Japanese, he is.
The English dub
bro.
is so bad for Roberto.
I love that man.
Oh, because you play English dub. Okay.
Yeah, I played the English dub. It
was so good.
Oh, the fungus among us, dude. Yeah. And I was like, what the hell? Oh, no, stop.
Okay, so I've got, as I know I'm running a little tight on time, but there's a few things about your channel I want to ask about because they're just burning questions that are on my list, and some other stuff. So one, I think the most interesting thing is I've recommended your videos before to people, and I've noticed a few people have asked, and I think I had the same reaction the very first time, which is this a 98-year-old man who's doing a channel? Because
it's the icon
the icon of your channel is a badass sunglass wearing 98-year-old grandpa, and you're like, is that who this channel is? But I know, of course, who that is. But I thought it would be funny for you to explain it here on the video for those of you who are wondering when you see his channel icon and you're like, whoa, what is that?
Well, okay. So I think they know where the name Angbata11 came from. So it's an alias because me and my dad were playing Counter-Strike way back. But to explain the grandpa behind that, before I thought I'm going to connect this with Ruri's mentality, about the Dark Souls thing. Like, I can make a video about this. They should watch my video. I had that thing, but with comedians in YouTube. Those people who are like going sky high in YouTube, getting all those views. And I'm looking at my grandpa and see my grandpa is fit. You see, I see a lot of grandpas, they don't walk like that. I see a lot of grandpas, they don't do stuff like that. So when way back, before Angbata11, I posted my first video on Angbata11, I made a video about my great-grandfather, okay? And that video was me memeing about him. I even did the whole script. I was making fun of him the whole time. It's still live. I think it's in one of the videos, I actually linked it. The reason why I can't repost that video is because I forgot the password to that video. But yeah, it's still there. It's like 5 whole minutes. I made a script, a comedic skit about my grandfather. I even made him squat and just say kokak, just pretend he's a frog. I made him do that. I even videoed him while he's sitting down the comfort room taking a dump, and I was even videoing him. Like, look at that. So I was doing all that stuff, and I thought it's gonna get 1 million views. Like, grandpa, you wait. we're gonna get that sponsorship. We're gonna get that milk sponsorship. Remember that milk that we paid 500 pesos for? You're gonna get that for free. So when I posted that video, 100 views. Still there. Yeah. So that's what happened. So that's why when I made this Angbata11 thing, so I decided to carry over the alias I had when I was playing Counter-Strike with my dad. So to honor that, and also my logo, I was thinking of a logo. I was thinking A and B to stand for Angbata. That sounds weak. Now, why don't I just make it my grandfather? Put it there, but it looks so weird. How can it look like a gaming logo? Put shades.
Sunglasses on it.
It's like GTA 6, man.
Yeah, put sunglasses. And I was like thinking, it still lacks something. Well, let's put some blunt there. Put it some flavor. So that's what happened. Let's put a blunt there. Okay. Then roll it out. With the anime thumbnails. Okay, that's what we'll do it. Then that's what happened.
You know that
I love it.
the fact that your logo has a blunt on it is probably screwing you over in the algorithm because YouTube has this stupid mentality.
Really?
It might. It might. Like, dude, YouTube is.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, like to give
They're
you.
gonna detect that? What?
Oh yeah. Dude, they'll detect
Are the computers
anything.
that insane?
Not viewers.
Oh,
It's
crap.
it's just the algorithm because like YouTube has an AI that goes through all of the videos.
It looks at thumbnails, yeah,
and it
everything.
looks at thumbnails, looks at it'll even look at what you say in a video, and based on what you say, it might detect that it's not advertiser friendly. It's crazy. Yeah. I've had so many videos sent like have you ever played Dark Souls?
No.
Okay, so there's a character there who is she's a lady on top of a spider's body, but this lady is topless.
Nice.
So
I dig that.
basically, there's a cutscene right at the start of that fight where she's got like long hair and the hair is covering the forbidden nipples.
Right over the nippies.
It's because you know the nipples are forbidden. You can't show that. But so
her sister though,
her hair is covering the nipples, and so there's a cutscene that really zooms in on her body. And so every time that I would do a Dark Souls video and I'd be doing that particular boss fight, I would always use that thing for the thumbnail because it's very suggestive, just like the anime girls, right? It's like I'm not gonna go out of my way to get anime girls on my thumbnail. It's like if there's literally a cutscene that shows booba in the game, I'll be like, yep, this is the one. And at a certain point, pretty much all of the videos that had that thumbnail were just like detected as not advertiser friendly because of that thumbnail.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like I would send it back and I'd be like, come on, it's just gameplay, like, you know, recheck this. And the people checking this would basically go back and say, yeah, it's not advertiser friendly. No, we can't do it. And well,
the thing is, I don't think people realize that the way it not only works is there's the whole like, okay, it's not advertiser friendly. We're not going to monetize it at all. But there's also a thing where it's like, yeah, it can be monetized. But companies who run ads have checklists like, okay, don't put me on anything that has to do with a health beauty product. Don't put me on anything that has tobacco or references to that. Don't put me on things with explicit language. And so you don't know, when they say give you that green mark, you don't know how restricted you actually are when it comes to the people who are running ads. So the more family friendly you could be, I think that might actually, you know, you should do that as a parody video. Make like put like the, you know how like they have like the yay with the kids, like the overused sound effects, like try to make like a family friendly video. Don't swear, make a fun thumbnail, like top 5 wonderful things. Just see what happens with the algorithm and like make it like a thumb and it'd be a funny joke.
And you also have to keep in mind that like you're saying, oh, but a blunt, it's so small on this tiny ass icon. Yeah, but in your intro videos, you put like a big picture of it in the intro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go through your videos frame by frame.
Oh.
Yeah.
So for the people that are watching that podcast, you guys are the first to know the reason behind why I make that old man put a damn it's in the tip of my tongue. That was supposed to be a punchline. I was supposed to say candy. What candy is that? Lollipop.
Lollipop.
Supposed to put a lollipop instead of a blunt. Yeah, that. Damn.
Well, he seems like a sweet man, and I'm surprised he let you do all that to him for views. But
he is cool. He is cool. Like the first time I revealed him to my community was in my first ever 24-hour stream, and they went nuts because I made him play HBG.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, look at the boobies, and you had like your hunter with the bikini on and stuff.
Yeah. And they were like, guys, this is testament. If he survives, this means this build is viable. So for anyone who actually dies with this build, you suck. I'm gonna say you suck right now because this one is a 96-year-old guy and he's alive. Okay, so there. But eventually, the whole hunt Ruri just became him, just pushing the right analog stick, and it made everyone dizzy. That's what happened. That's what happened. And I was like half drunk that time, so I was just screaming at my grandfather. It's like, no, don't do that, no. So it's basically like that.
Okay, I'm going to blow the cover on all the meta of your channel here because I got 2 more questions that are going to lift the secrets if you entertain us and answer.
All right, here we go.
So one, I adore your most recent edition, which is the please subscribe intro, and he goes, please. Or I can't mimic it, but like it's so funny, and it because it's something that you have to do. I understand it, but you make it fun, and it puts a smile on my face every time. Where the heck did that come from? I know you say retro. I don't know. Is that a person or like what is that? Because I love it. It's hilarious.
Okay, so retro is one of the people in the speedrunning team that I do. Like, it's not really a team. It's more of like a Discord of friends who like speedrunning. So when we do these 4-player runs, we farm for these scenarios. When Valstrak's gonna do this attack, like, guys, we need Valstrax to do this attack, then do this next attack. You, guy, like you, Retro, you have to do this. Don't F up when it happens. So every time we do it, you guys are tired. Like what? It's the end time that you're gonna try Valstrax. And you have their Retro just doing that, please. He just does that the whole time, like always. Then sometimes he's just gonna do that out of the blue when he F's up. We know he F'd up because when the monster's moving, why is the monster moving? And he's like saying, please. He just does that. He just does that. Then suddenly, what's funny about Retro is anything that comes out of his mouth is funny. It's kind of related to it's gold. It's gold. So Ruri, he speaks in Spanish. You speak in Spanish, right, Ruri?
Poquito.
You can speak in Spanish. Yeah. Oh, he says all those phrases in a really funny way. He just randomly speaks Spanish out of the blue when something's going wrong. He goes like, oh, poquito, no, please. But of course, I can't remember the other Spanish words. So it's like that. When we do speed runs, it's always like that. It's so chaotic. And I don't know if you know the other speedrunners there. We have Deva, too, is already another content creator.
I devastate.
He's toxic, too. Yeah. He becomes toxic, too, in his own German way. But he's gonna be really, really mad at us. So it's like it's like a skit. I can actually make a damn sitcom about it when you're just speedrunning there and you hear all these things. So yeah.
Pero
That's
¿qué pasa con este perro monstruo? ¿Por qué lo haces así, porra?
Oh, exactly like that. Yeah, exactly like that. Then me, I'm there as a Filipino, and I just say, I have a small dick. Shit. I just go like that. Shit. I just go like that. It's crazy. A lot of crazy things happen in these speedruns. They just don't know,
That's so
a lot
funny.
of crazy things. So wow. That's where it came from. That's where the please came from. It wasn't planned to be like that. It was just supposed to be one please. But then Retro was so game, he actually gave me like 7 varieties of his please. Like 7 recordings of the please. And it's all in different tones. Like, oh, this is the please wherein you say please. Like, it's a normal gathering, normal occasion. And this is the please that you will say if you want to have sex right away. And this is the please that you would say if you get rejected, if you want sex right away.
So all I'm hearing is really good tier 2 unlocked, tier 3 unlocked.
Exactly. So I was like, how can I make use of all these things? Because I don't want his effort to go to waste. So I just placed them there. Just so place them there. Then that happened. So there, I baited you into promoting my video, and there, it's a thing now.
Oh,
thank you, Retro. So yeah,
well, it's funny because I've recommended your channel and videos to some people, and some people have come back and said, "Oh, I really enjoy his humor and the videos and his style," and the please gets me every time. It's like
it backfires some as well, because I get some comments that I'm not gonna subscribe to you till you get rid of that, please, and I'm gonna comment down there. I know you guys don't comment on some comments, right? But me, sometimes I comment and say, well, it's not gonna go away. I just go like that.
It's like it's engagement though. It's fine. It's perfect. It's still engagement.
Exactly.
It makes the video relevant. It's literally anything. It's like because the subscribe is not even about the notifications, because notifications don't even work anymore. It's just engaging with the video. It just boosts the video because somebody clicked a button on the video. That's the only thing that matters now.
Yeah, I publish a video because I don't do a lot of videos right now this year because I've been so busy just embracing the fact that my daughter is now hooked on Monster Hunter and we're just playing a lot. So I just don't have time. But it's like if I post a video, sometimes I get a comment saying, "Man, it's so nice to see you uploading again. It's been like half a year." I'm like, "No, it hasn't been." What are you talking about, man? He's like, "I haven't got no notification from you." I'm like, "Fuck."
Oh, they don't work. They don't work.
Yeah, they don't work unless you are a regular uploader. They don't care to tell you anybody about your stuff. So,
like to give you an idea, right now I'm also working on like a second channel where I do stream highlights and stuff like that, and. My current channel is like 170 something thousand subs, right? And I can get views faster on my other channel that's got like 10,000 subs or something like that.
Seriously?
Yeah, but like significantly more. Even not that long ago, I uploaded the video where I was reacting to an Asmongold video. It was like 87,000 views on this like tiny ass channel, because it's not, subscribers mean pretty much nothing on YouTube. It's just the action of subscribing can boost the video. That's about it. And it also increases the chances a little bit that someone will watch your videos, but it's not like an actual notification thing. It's never going to.
For me, I think it's frequency of upload is more important than anything if you want to be successful. Upload every 2 days, you're gold. Because like I could make my best video I've ever made in my life, and unless it goes viral in the community and someone helps to spread it, YouTube will fish me out 10,000 views. Maybe it won't tell people I made it. It will just bury it. And it will never be recommended.
Yeah.
And
you
then
can search for it by its actual title and it won't even pop up. But if I start uploading frequently, all of a sudden they're getting views.
Up. Yeah.
I start getting emails about, hey, we have a sponsorship offer. We would like you to do this paid bit. The moment I stop uploading frequently, it's gone. Not one. Like it just dies. So it's just like, wow.
So then you have me, the genius who cracks the algorithm by going like, I'm just gonna upload 2-hour-long podcast videos. Boom, done.
I mean, I bet you I could probably make a playlist of just white noise for 5 seconds and just upload like a blank video every day just in this playlist, and it would make me like much more successful. Luckily, this is not my main job, so I don't have to care about it. But it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm getting these golden tips here. So now you guys know, if you see like white noise, I'm posting white noise. Why the hell is Ang posting white noise?
Did you see what like I'm a big fan of Davey, bass player, Davey 504.
Oh, Davey 504 is funny.
I love what he does because he also plays the game really well. And so like he started those like therapy time, and you could tell like he was just making it so it can last to 8 minutes. So he just has like the last. He didn't want to force content that wasn't funny, so he's like, screw it. The next minute and a half will be him just going, I understand. Yes. And it's just therapy time where people talk to the video, and it's funny because people actually like it, but it was I'm sure he made it just as a gag to get his videos to 8 minutes and 1 second, so he can get the end roll advertisement. It's so funny.
It is genius, Ruri. So I think you haven't checked out Davey yet. He did that thing.
Davey's a genius.
He's just gonna stare at you. The camera just gonna go like that, and just gonna say, "Yes, don't worry.
That must be hard.
It'll be fine.
You got this."
Yeah, he goes just go like that, and the people, it's funny as hell because his face when it's straight, just poker face, it's funny as hell, and he's just gonna slap your face if you don't subscribe.
Dude,
he's gonna slap your face. Yeah.
Okay.
He's Italian. He's Italian. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Go.
Sorry, no, I'm already into stuff, but
yeah.
So I was gonna ask you if there was any story behind it. If there's not, we don't have to make a thing. I'm kind of curious. Do you have You've had a few iconic chimes in your videos over the years, and the one you're using now is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop, featuring the Big Oof and the Might and High, and you got this nice little jingle from the end of their song.
Okay.
I was kind of curious where that came from, or if is that something you're going to change out or whatever, because it kind of becomes like part of your channel identity, right? The intro.
Oh, see that thing. First, it's for in a weird way, it doesn't copyright you.
Oh, you
Doesn't
want to be
copyright you.
you want to be careful with that.
Yeah.
How long do you play it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah,
seconds?
just, no, Ruri, no, I tested it. It doesn't copyright you. Like the whole thing, you can even post it unlisted. The whole song it won't copyright you.
Here's the
Cool.
problem. Let me tell you the problem. It won't copyright you right now.
Right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Be
really?
careful.
Yeah. If
But
if
I've seen channels
if
do
they
that.
do
though.
it in the future, like let me tell you, there was
If they sign a label
had
and
this-
they decide to put melody match, you're screwed.
I had this thing because I don't know if you were around back in the Athene days. Athene, the best paladin in the world, whatever. It was this guy who did a lot of like World of Warcraft videos, memeing on stuff and whatnot. And he would use this music from this guy who's called Brad Sucks because he wouldn't be copywriting stuff. Brad Sucks even had like a blanket thing that would just let people use his music. So I was like, oh, so this is safe to use. So I was going through this list and I found one that I thought was really funny because he starts out the music by saying, "You're all full of crap." Like that was the start of the music, and then it would go boom, down, down. So I would every time that I would have a death montage in Dark Souls, because I would die a bunch of times, I would always leave all of my deaths in my playthroughs. I would always leave all of the deaths there, but I would cut them like really fast. It's like death, 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 right? So it becomes funny, and then I would use that music in the background, and it was fine for the longest time. And then suddenly, I don't know if you signed up with a label or whatever it was, all of those videos got claimed, all of them, every single one. Boom, gone.
Oh,
I was like, oh, this is
that's
great.
actually good.
The second Capcom decides to sub-license your
yeah.
music to some other label, and like the Poke theme song, if it ever gets, man, I'm screwed.
I
My
think
whole channel's
gaming
down.
soundtrack, depending on which game you're talking about, should be kind of okay, but I don't know. It's
Nier isn't okay. Nier isn't
everything
okay.
is-
It
Nier
also
isn't?
depends on region. It also depends on region. Regions are different. There's certain things that I can use, other people cannot. Or I can't. Well, usually it's the other way around. I can't use it because Japan is crazy.
Oh.
They don't want anybody doing anything on YouTube.
It's
They'll
weird.
block everything.
But yeah, so it's
Well,
like
yeah,
I couldn't even have cutscenes for Monster Hunter Stories 1. They wouldn't allow it.
just
TV
keep
Fuji
in
was like,
mind,
nope.
if it doesn't copyright you now, it doesn't mean it won't copyright you in the future. So be careful about it.
Yeah.
Is all
Keep
I'd
an
say.
eye on your.
That's good. I'm getting good tips from here. And that's thank you for bringing that up, Gaijin. But
Yeah,
there's
there is
actually
real
there's an anecdote behind that too. I tried to pierce through the anthem scene before. Have you guys played Anthem?
Yes.
Ruri, have you played Anthem?
I've seen
Yes,
a little bit of
a
it.
lot.
Yes. Did you like Anthem?
I loved Anthem. The gameplay. The problem is that the game
Yeah.
didn't have any actual content for you to do
True.
long run. So yeah, but the gameplay
yeah.
was unique. I loved it.
I love the game as well. I just hate what happened there. So anyway, there's this content creator in Anthem. He just plowed through the other Anthem content creators, and that is his jingle. So I was like, oh, why is he getting so much subs? I mean, so I have this Rudy mentality again. Why is he getting so much subs? He just says these things that the game actually tell you to do. There's nothing special about it. Then I saw the intro. Then I saw the outro. I was like, damn, this is good. It's like I feel like I want to dance. Then I carried that through and I put it in my videos. Then seems right. Oh, someone's praising it. Someone misses my old jingle, but then he actually praises this new jingle. So we keep this. We keep in this. But thank you, Gaijin, for actually pointing that out. I may consider. There's a lot of things that I got enlightened on about YouTube right now here in this conversation.
Yeah, there are also, if you
Yeah.
ever do consider it, there are free licenses,
Yeah.
songs you
Yeah.
can get, where they give you an actual legal license you can hold on to and say
Ooh.
hey, this is a free, this is made for free use license or whatever. But yeah, it's a risky, weird little territory thing, unfortunately. But
Copyright is basically one of the banes of YouTube because here's the reality of it. Like I could, now that I know that particular song that you're talking about is not copyright claimed, I could, if I wanted to, I could upload that song into a channel and then I could claim that song is mine, and then I could have the algorithm tag everyone that has that song and claim all that revenue for myself. And it'll work. And it'll work for a while. Because I've seen that it's a copyright scam that people do, and I've been hit by it. Thousands of people have been hit by it, and they get a bit of your revenue for a while. Like just straight up, they'll just like, yep, I'm taking this. And then eventually YouTube finds out. Maybe you'll be able to get your money back, maybe you won't. But there's thousands upon thousands of people using like copyright grifts that just like steal money from other content creators. It's ridiculous. It's a really bad system, basically.
No, I know. I got to protect myself now. I got to protect myself now. I'll be leaving now. Bye-bye. No.
No, but I do want people to check out your stuff because I do love your videos, and I hope people can watch them, especially if you just want to have some nice laid back gun, bow gun gameplay is nice and fun. But you recently made a video which, hit hard, and I definitely want to make sure that we link to this in the description. But you made a topic about the hardest quest you're going on, and specifically your father as well. And I just wanted to say that both. I mean, I've tried to avoid the F word, but I'll say fuck cancer.
Yeah,
I think that's an appropriate thing to say, and I hope he beats it. And so yes, he was diagnosed recently, right, with stage 4 lung cancer.
Yeah, stage 4 lung cancer.
Yeah, and I noticed that he's a fighter. I saw him on your stream. Lovely guy, and I know that you said you're going to use revenue from your videos and your streams and your Patreon that you set up to help him, because I know that medicine and the treatment doesn't come cheap or free.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just want to call that out because I think it's, I don't know how to put it. Like my father actually had cancer, not something as serious, but he was able to beat it, luckily.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Which is good. And my brother had a widowmaker heart attack last year, and that was like a 1% survival chance, but he made it. So, I know that when there's a chance, we know from the RNG that means
exactly.
That means that there's a chance to win. So, it's about the spirit and wanting to fight. So, I'm happy to hear that he's gonna take this asshole on, the Big C.
Yeah, he's fighting for it. Actually, when the news really hit me, everything changed. I think I've said it in the podcast that I've been notorious for being the $5 video guy. You make a $5 video. Before I even have this mentality that what edge do I have against the other content creators in YouTube? Well, the thing is, since $5 videos are not really big for you guys. A lot of people, I even got that from Deva, because we have this rivalry as well with the clicks and stuff, because we almost make the same build videos, especially when he touched my bow guns. And I was like, Deva, why are you touching my bow guns? Get away from my bow guns. Stay with your charge blades. Stay. So anyway, we have that rivalry. So we're always competing with clicks. So $5 have always been good to me because it's enough. But then when it hit me, when this news hit me, $5, I was like, $5 never gonna be enough at this rate. So I'm really doing like, it's not just the stream revenue, it's not just the Patreon, it's the whole everything. Because before this news even hit, I was even planning on releasing a video saying thank you to the Monster Hunter community, because I'm in physiotherapy, and since the Philippines has been in lockdown for like 2 years, the physiotherapy isn't really a good practice now, because you can't really, the patients don't want you to go to their house. It's going to put them in jeopardy. If you have multiple patients, it's like you're spreading the virus there, I mean, they might not be COVID positive, but what if one of them are COVID positive and you have like 7 patients for that day? You'd be like someone who's gonna give the disease.
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna spread it. So it drastically decreased for me. Like, my livelihood is just through there. And what saved me is actually content creation, especially when Fatalis dropped. When Fatalis dropped, that was like months that it's really dried for me, my profession. Even up to now that the Philippines is gonna go into ECQ again, I don't know why, because of the Delta virus and all that stuff, because of the other COVID variants. So I was planning to say a thank you video there, saying that Monster Hunter really saved my life. Because the family is going through a lot of stuff. COVID happened. My dad got out of the job too because of redundancy. And, you have these companies cutting back on employees because, they're not really earning. So when these things happened, I was happy that I had content creation, and I also have Twitch to support that. I was living through, I was uh, I was getting by, paying expenses, and also paying additional fees to my parents because I'm living under their roof. So yeah, I was supposed to say a thank you video like that, and it wasn't supposed to be like an SOS video, asking people about for help. So yeah, I'm in a point of my life wherein before I was happy with the place that I've reached, the stream of income that I'm receiving, but now everything just became, I don't know, just hard. And what made it harder for me to accept is my dad. What happened to my dad? It feels like it was there because of stress. There's been researches that when you're stressed, cancer cells will just take the opportunity and just grow. That's what's going to happen. So apparently, being unemployed at that time and us just having not enough money to keep the family afloat, that might have been an issue for him. So that's why cancer happened. And when that happened, the funny thing is, I've actually thought about this in life. Like, I have to rationalize because you can't mourn. I'm in a place where I can't mourn. I'm a single son, like single child. So my parents are just they can't ask help from anyone except me. Other families, they have sisters, they have brothers, but now it's just me. So if my dad isn't able to work, it's just me. But now he has work, and that is why in some of the videos I can't. He's wearing shades. I don't know if you saw that guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
wearing
yeah.
shades, right? Because he has to still keep hold of his job. Because I don't think it's gonna be good if the boss knows that you have cancer.
He's got,
I mean,
yeah.
you might. Yeah, that's gonna be bad. But anyway, so here's the thing. I've rationalized and had this state of mind that life is like a wheel. Wheel on the car. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. So I thought when I reached the news that happened to my dad, that's the very bottom of it, right? That's the very bottom of it. So it's gonna be all up from here. You know what
Yeah.
happened? You know what happened 2 days after that? So as the family was planning, we're gonna sell the motorcycle, we're gonna sell this stuff. So at least we have finances for the first wave. Dude, 2 days after, our house got mugged, like got robbed, dude. It got robbed, yeah. And the funny thing is, the one that got stolen is my dad's bike. So my dad's bike is, like I said, we're middle class, and my dad was already planning about this. Like, for example, you're gonna age, right? And you would want to do a hobby wherein you're gonna be able to sustain as you grow old. And a good hobby is going like biking, right? So he invested like a majority of his money to buy a bike, an electronic bike.
Mm.
Those electronic bikes were in that if you hop onto it, it's a mountain bike. I don't know if you guys know about that. Not the e-bikes that you just see, not the normal e-bikes. These bikes are kind of high tech in a way that if you hop on it and if you pedal, it will adjust. Like the tension would adjust if you are on an incline. Therefore, it won't really give that much pressure onto your joints. So
Yeah, we have those
know-
in Japan as well, and unfortunately they get targeted.
Yeah.
They're quite heavy though, like because they got.
Yeah.
I think they have a motor in them, right? And they
Yes,
kick in.
they have a motor in them wherein you can
Yeah.
charge. So what happened there was, we're already set. We're gonna sell this. We're gonna sell that. And my dad was like saying, "We're gonna fight. Okay, this is our game plan. I'm gonna change my diet. I'm gonna exercise." And 2 days after that, my dad's bike got stolen. It's like it got stolen, and that bike is like what, like 3,000 USD. The bike's like 3,000 USD technically. It got stolen, and mind you, we know. I mean, it's the Philippines. We know we have to lock our bikes, right? We know how to lock our bikes. It's always been locked ever since. But this particular time, it's just that my dad fully contributed himself into exercising every day, like in 5 a.m. He just decided to not lock that specific bike for that day because he's gonna use it. the next day, right? He's gonna use it the next day. I mean, you don't want to be waking up at 5 a.m. and you have the bike and you're gonna unlock the bike and you're just gonna go, right? So in that specific day, I woke up and I saw him there with the bike stolen, and I'm like, oh, so it can even be lower than it is. So, but I wasn't sharing it with my community yet. I wasn't sharing it with my community. No one knows about it. I waited for like 1.5 months before telling it to them. I was still streaming. I was still making content. I was still making jokes on Twitch. You know, I mean, you've been in the streams, Gaijin. Like we make jokes. We make jokes.
A lot of jokes.
We make jokes to the point that they can get toxic to me and I can be toxic to them. They can say I'm a piece of shit, and I say they're a piece of shit too. So it's been like that. But it just now I'm at the state that, you know, just shit happens in life. But then again, when I posted the video, I was really blessed that you even shared it. The people shared it on Twitter. The people reacted in that way in the YouTube video as well. I was really blessed with the donations, with the streams. We reached the goal on the stream as well. I planned that to be a month, by the way. Like, it should be a month. Like, I was telling them that it's okay. We don't have to reach the donation goal now. Okay, we don't. It's a month. It's see that monthly. It's for the whole month. But then they reached it, and it's, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm really thankful, because deep down, I'm a skeptic. I'm not a positive guy. I'm negative. I mean, I don't believe in, you know, you're gonna bank on the stranger to actually help you. Do you actually believe that? Would you actually put your trust in a stranger? Would you? I mean, I might be wrong. Would you guys put your trust in a stranger? Like, when it comes to these things.
I'll be honest, my core's been shaken, if I'm gonna put it that way. And I'm a hopelessly optimistic person to the point that I get myself in trouble because of it. The problem is that I think in recent years I just see some sides of human nature that I really don't like, and sometimes it comes from places that I would never expect it to come out of. And so I think I've never been skeptical, and I've always give people the benefit of the doubt, but I think that's starting to slowly change a little bit, and I don't like that.
My experience...
I don't know how to answer that, to be honest.
My experience with online communities has always been so overwhelmingly positive. Like, sure, there's a lot of times that you'll get some negativity and stuff and whatnot, but like, from interacting with communities both on YouTube and on Twitch, there are, again, a lot of negative comments and stuff like that from time to time, but overwhelmingly there is a lot of positivity. The thing is, a lot of the positive people sometimes will not engage directly in comment sections because they see, you know, they're like, I don't feel like talking about this subject or whatever, but they're there. And if you ask out for help, you'll be surprised. Because, like, I remember a while back, like, this was a long, long time ago when I was like super mega small, like maybe 2,000 subscribers, something like that. And I was streaming on Twitch, and you know, I still didn't know a whole lot about capture cards and whatnot. And I was trying to like, I want to buy a capture card. I want to get this capture card that will hopefully help me stream at like 1080p. I was just trying to stream at 1080p because the capture card that I had was still like component 720p, whatever, right? And I was like, okay, I'm going to put like a stream goal, and this thing costed like $250 or whatever. So I put the stream goal, and I hit that goal in one day. And I was like, again, I was super small content creator. And in one day, it was like, people were like, $10, $20, $5, $10, $20. And then suddenly, when I was about to end the stream, someone just comes in and is like, how much is it missing? Like, it says $100 something dollars missing. Boom, there, go buy it. And I was like, what? So online communities are generally very, very, supportive when they enjoy the content that people are making. So yeah, I would put my faith on, online communities in a lot of those situations. And the stuff that you're going through, it just really fucking sucks. And I think a lot of people can understand that. Yeah. And so I think that will resonate with a lot of people, which is why I think I hope that you keep getting the support that you need.
Yeah, and, I mean, the least of the worries should be, getting the tools for the fight. It should be the fight itself. So It's just I agree with that, like Ruri, like with the online communities. I think something is changing in that it used to be that we had to meet people physically and to develop bonds. We don't do that so much in this current modern age, right? We meet a lot of people online. I have really good friends I've never met physically.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
case in point.
Like I've never met Rurikhan physically, so yeah, I'd say that online because it's online, I wouldn't say that it's any less than a normal. Like we get together and we play at the same shop or something. Like we know each other. But I just there's been just a few situations with people I physically know, and it's just like maybe it's just information overload, but someone not in our family, but like we had I guess this is actually saying more about the online community, because like the offline community, like the Facebook, like your families and your old friends and acquaintances and everything, and someone on there who was a family friend a long time ago reached out and was going through a lot of shit. She was a mother of 3. She was diagnosed with cancer and she wanted to fight, and she put out a plea for help because she had a real string of bad luck. And it killed me to see so many of my family didn't really reach out. I did, even though I haven't talked to this person in 20 years. Didn't matter to me. So I help out a little bit, but I was like, maybe the online community has the advantage because we do interact with each other more often, and we keep each other in our minds more often. So
that's exactly.
I think the online space is becoming a positive place in that regard. Yeah.
That's why I was shocked, and I was really, really, really touched about what happened. Really didn't expect it to go that way, but my community thinks I'm purely positive. This is the side of me that they don't really know. Like, apart on all that anecdotes, all that messing around, there's always it's like the comedians, the great comedians, they always have this thing at the back. Like that's the reason why they smile the brightest, because they've been through. Obviously, if I talk about the things that I've went through, it's gonna cost like another 3 hours probably. But yeah, that's the gist of it. But yeah, I'm really thankful. It's a great community. Then I realized that I was really fortunate, especially with the help that they've given me. Yeah.
Well, I wish all the best luck on the fight. Obviously, we'll be there with you as much as we can be, given the fact that we're not actually there with you.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll get good updates on stuff in the future. So sending all the positive vibes towards you, my man. Yeah. But I do hope people check you out, because I love your stuff, and I love your attitude on a lot of stuff. So you're good fun, and I'm really happy you agreed to come on to do the podcast today. I've been wanting to talk to you again.
Thank you so much as well.
You may be a fan, but I also am a fan. So it's always great to talk to people who I respect and want to talk to. So thank you so much for that.
Good times.
And Rurikhan, learn how to use a damn bowgun so you can enjoy his content.
Bowgun's not for me. I'm melee, dude. I need to be in there in the thick of it, and with my gun lance exploding things. And
it's okay. It's still bowgun family. He still goes pew pew.
Yeah, exactly.
It's unlimited ammo.
Full bursts. There you go.
It's like a distant cousin. Just right there. Not fully committing to the cheese, but he's just right there. It's okay.
He's got his guard. He's got his. I don't care where I hit you. I'm doing fixed damage. It's
exactly.
Yeah.
It still deals damage.
He has a good shield.
I'll shoot his back toe. It's the same as the squishy head. I don't care.
No, I'll actually in
close
Rise
enough is good enough for distance.
In Rise, I can actually shoot the head because I can fly. And just like jump upwards and whatnot. Yeah, I can totally fly. It's not even a problem. But there's going to be links, by the way, guys, in every podcast we have a guest. There's going to be links in the description down below, of course, to all of Angbata's stuff so that you can check him out and support him in the fight against the Big C, so that you can hopefully cheese the Big C like you cheese all of the big monsters. We shall see if that, sending all the positive vibes and all that. But that's going to be it for this podcast, guys. By the way, this podcast is getting recorded in advance because I'm not going to be around next week. So if something happens in the Monster Hunter world that we didn't talk about, I know we didn't talk that much about.
Why didn't they talk about it?
I know we didn't talk that much about Update 2.
Oh yeah, we didn't even touch that. God damn.
Yeah, we barely touched Update 2
of KT. It's just it's just Ruri's stream, and that's it.
Yeah, so check out Ruri's attempt at taking down.
I will post a video before this podcast goes live talking about Cove, but we'll get into.
So if you didn't see it, go see it.
Yeah, we will get into KT and stuff in another podcast because you guys know we don't script this. It's just like the conversation goes the way that it goes, so we'll just get to it.
It was up to us. We talk all day. But,
yeah, exactly. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the episode, make sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, hit the dislike button. Feedback is important. Make sure to check out Angbata's stuff in the description below. Angbata, anything? I'm giving you the final word here, sir. If there's anything you'd like to talk about, shill, do whatever.
I would just like to say, please subscribe here because it does increase the algorithm. We need this video. We need this video going out there. Like we just said, if you watch the whole thing, that's good. That's good watch time. Okay, that's good watch time. But seriously though, I'm really thankful. Thank you, Ruri, for the chance. Thank you, Gaijin, for the chance to be here. It's gonna be a great help. The visibility of the channel, and it's a great time to be here. It's a great time to take advantage of that, at least to spread awareness of what I'm going through. And this community is such a great community, and I'm really lucky to be part of it. That's what I can say.
Awesome. Well, we're lucky to have you as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, guys. Well, hope you guys stick around for the whole podcast. If you didn't, shame on you. We'll punch you in the throat. We'll do something to you. Until next time.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Stay strong. Stay safe.
Oh, shit. I'm out of it.
That's it?
And happy hunting.
That's it? Okay.